And now we're live.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
God, people!
Oh boy, we're 16 minutes late.
I'm scared.
Are we evil?
Always.
Debatable.
That's debatable. Well, yeah, it's debatable.
Because what really is evil in the grand scheme of things?
Me.
Oh wow, Renegade
Stagnation.
popped into the chat fairly quickly.
The correct answer is always stagnation, lack of positive change, evolution.
Pardon? Never mind.
That's evil now?
Man, people are really not gonna like
lack of
Pokemon
evolution.
Oh, lack
Ah.
of? I mean, I don't think that's
So-
evil.
I mean, that's just being lazy.
Basically,
Yeah.
Stagnation and lack of evolution.
Eh,
That is what is,
depend-
in my opinion, evil.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
that's
like-
a better
yeah.
perspective.
Yeah,
Lack of positive change. Also, fuck off.
From on, yeah. I feel like morality is a lot more based on the intent of something rather than the action itself, but that's a whole other thing. Anyways,
Better
welcome
perspective.
everyone. Welcome everyone to the latest session of Legends of Zordera: Striking Cold Eye. Unfortunately,
Wait,
both
Dasher's level 20 now?
no. Unfortunately, both Planeswalker, aka Kumal, as well as I believe Keen, are not going to be able to make it for the beginning of this session due to various personal things that's come up. But nonetheless,
So
I
you're
think-
stuck with us, assholes. Sorry, guys.
Indeed.
But we do have an announcement-ish statement to make.
Oh?
Concerning
Uh-oh. What did we do now?
Dasher's new art.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I
It's already on
unfortunately.
Discord, but
Yeah, unfortunately I've not had the chance to update the token or the overlay, but nonetheless I can at least show it to the lovely peoples of the Twitch stream.
And due to Kumal's upcoming extended absence, we will be having Kevin join the party
Indeed, yes, there
eventually.
will be. Yeah, we'll discuss
hello,
more about the
Kevin.
detail. Yeah, we'll discuss more about the details of that later. Yes, hi Kevin. So yeah, for now, Kevin is going to just be spectating and lurking during the session to get a feel for whatever fresh hell is about to await them when they join.
Sorry!
I'm not.
Also, here is Dasher's new art done by it was Mario Sack. Yes.
yes.
Um,
Move it down on stream.
oh,
This is
right.
why I
Shit.
hate- This is why I do not like the UI.
Yeah, it's a little bit wonky. Hang on, let me move it.
I see
down
some feet.
slightly.
Oh, it's
there we
feet.
go.
Glib Gluck would like those.
God damn it. There we go.
The
It's a
title
little
of
bit
the
better.
piece is Topaz Crying Emerald.
Ah.
Nice. Yeah. Sadly, I don't know if I can make it too much bigger.
Thank you, Renagamer, for putting up with most of us.
Pop
Yeah.
Indeed.
Out. Oh, you could pop out the image and wait, you're doing the actual. But no, never mind.
Yeah, no, it can't. Yeah, unfortunately, I got to do it through roll 20. But nonetheless.
Renagamer, the real star here.
I mean, duh.
Indeed. Yeah,
We need to
I mean
get
that
you-
goes for all of our viewers on Twitch.
That's very
you
true.
know, because I. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. But yeah,
Nature,
About
we
to
need to get you a new modular UI.
muchly.
Yeah, well, we can do that after stream.
Yes, indeed. Nonetheless, we are 20 minutes over, and we should probably start getting to work. At least
I wonder whose fault that is.
Fine.
Not.
I did it.
No, well, there is a multitude of factors, my own included.
I literally was
I-
the one to get.
I
people
just
in
gave
here.
you a hook to get off of, and you're not taking it. I see how it is.
Yeah, because I'm honest, fucker.
Whoa! Hostility
Whoa.
today!
Damn, whoa.
Trying to
Throw-
help out, and I'm already getting cursed at.
Throwing
Ah!
fucking shade.
Damn, dude.
I
Yeah,
thought we
how
were going to be
inspirational.
dealing with spores, not shade. Damn.
All right. Do we just wanna skip the recap?
Well, we go through the recap quickly. Just a quick
The
summary,
level of
nonetheless.
toxicity is rising.
Housewarming party.
I didn't even ask.
Talk
I didn't
with
even
an
ask the
orc.
question yet.
Too bad. We're doing it now.
Okay, fine. Is everyone ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Houses and
Houses
himbos!
All right, fine, whatever.
No,
If
we're
one,
playing
if one,
Pathfinder 2E with less numbers.
no,
No.
fuck off. I'm
Vetoed.
kidding.
That's
I
literally
never-
5E.
No.
I've never played Pathfinder, so I have no frame of reference. But nonetheless,
Pathfinder
anyways,
second
good moving.
edition is just basically 5E.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tangents aside,
Housewarming party.
Thank you,
yes.
Renegader.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, could one of the
We
players
talked-
please? Could one of the players please recap what happened last time we left our heroes?
We had a housewarming party for Plort. We came back to the fucking guild hall.
Mhm.
Some of us got intoxicated.
Indeed.
Some of
Uh,
us got personal information.
That too. We had a chat about some fungus shit going on the fucking magical beast thing.
There's fungus among us.
I fucking.
And it's hurting the Onak.
Nature, could you
Indeed.
please stop being the sussy red?
Yeah, I'm the ginger. That's my job. Chill.
Yeah, get
I
up.
had a small
I could play the soundboard, but I'm not going to because
We had
I
a
have
small
steroids.
conversation with the Dragonborn.
Indeed.
I pranked some of the Dragonborn, and Dasher got
I
a
shot
fan.
your hat.
Not that.
did
That's
shoot my
not. That's not everything. Dasher revealed to the Wern Watchers, one of whom Gal pranked, that we found another shard, and we revealed to them that apparently the shards are corrupting different animals and entities.
Or at least
Like
I
yes.
think
Rogue.
so.
More Inuyasha.
I've never watched that anyway.
Collect all the shards and get a wish spell, but that can only be used.
So it's pretty much Dragon Ball, but with shards.
No, you can only use the wish spell to grant someone else true happiness.
Man, everyone's just comparing all my shit to other stuff and it's telling me being freaking derivative. No, that
Nope.
no, I'm kidding.
I did
You're making
not
jokes.
I'm
But damn,
kidding.
shots have already been fired today,
I
so
am,
fuck
bro.
you.
I joke. I kids. This is
How could
I love it.
this
I love you guys,
happen
you're
to be?
How could
But
this
yes.
happen to be?
DMCA.
Hold up. Nature, when I usually want to give you shit about not being derivative, I usually complain about this Moonwell.
Shush.
I
We
don't
don't
even
talk
know
about
what that
that.
is.
Anyways,
Okie dokie, back to
it's a
game.
Well of Arcana. Whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, so is there anything else that people recall that it feels important to note before we start getting into things?
Someone
So
has a
there was
crush
a-
on Nox and she's uncomfortable.
There was a
Mhm.
specific prank that happened in Kumal.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I brought
Yes,
that up.
We're going straight
said
back
that
into the
happened.
action. Wait, did you? I didn't hear. I didn't hear.
Yes,
Yeah, he
I
did.
said I
Yes, he
pranked the
did.
Dragon.
However, he did not describe what the prank was.
That is
It's
true.
in the last 15 minutes of the VOD. You
Yes, but we're actually
don't have to go into detail.
We are in media res, fucker. We're doing this.
We're so
Yeah.
violent today. Is this what happens when Keen and Kumal are gone? We just get
Yeah,
so violent?
Apparently, everyone just gets salty. I don't know what the fuck is
No,
happening.
I just want to play some motherfucking D&D.
Houses and himbos.
Also, where the
Yeah.
fuck
Well, you're being impatient, Mono. I'm kidding.
Yes,
No,
I've been
Noxus
waiting
token-
6
Noxus-
days.
Shouldn't Noxus token be by the door considering you took a pot shot?
Yeah, sure, I'll move it. Why not?
That's fair. But nonetheless, all right. I suppose then, without further ado, as the crossbow bolt has been shot and Gal basically has to duck out of his hat so that it doesn't tear as it was pinned to the wall. I suppose we should we be rolling initiative?
Do we want to do inspiration
Well, that
do
too.
But before
That's-
that, you also forgot about the armor of Agathis that Gal.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
the
you
armor.
did.
Well,
Yes,
yes,
armor of
yes, that is true. So first and foremost, actually, I'll grab the gold dice. Grab the gold dice for the inspiration. There we go.
It's under that. Okay, cool.
First and foremost, going down the list, we have a 4, so Dasher gets a point of inspiration, funnily enough.
Yay!
And then also,
Oh yeah, next week I get a birthday 20.
let's see, I rolled another 4, so we'll re-roll.
So I get 2 points of
Rolled
inspiration,
another
right?
4, so re-roll.
Hold up. That's 3 in a row.
Yep.
You're not getting getting
No,
anything
did we
special, I'm
agree
sorry.
that? Did we agree that something special happens when there's 3 in a row?
I don't
No.
think so.
Not
We
really,
did not.
no.
Okay.
If I did, it was jokingly.
I think we only agreed that it was 666.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a joke. And then, of course, then the other number, let's see, Kumal's not here, is the number 2. So Nox gets a point of inspiration.
Hold
Oh,
up.
dang.
I would actually check to see if Kumal has 3 before we roll again.
He's not here, so I'd rather give it
Yeah,
to someone who's
okay.
here.
All right.
The fates have forsaken me yet again.
Alright, so, I suppose in that case, as the crossbow rings out and people are getting ready to potentially throw hands, we shall have all of the... Oh, wrong tavern loop. God damn it, that's way too peaceful. That is way too peaceful for what's about to happen.
I don't know
The-
why, but I want the Halo theme music to play.
You know I cannot play that.
I know, but it seems very fitting. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Here's the tavern.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. I mean, hey, I have a spell
Perfect.
that lets me throw hands. I have 2 of them.
Beautiful. So, I suppose then without further ado, have people rolled the initiative. Oh, they have. Nice.
Tiger flying fist! No, Patrick, no!
Dasher, are you also rolling initiative, or are you just existing?
Dasher's dead.
Oh no!
We already lost him.
I'm
Doesn't
here.
roll.
Sorry, I had
Oh,
to
there you
mute
are,
myself
yes.
for a second.
Oh, shit.
Okay, there's the initiative tracker. Give me a second.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know why the decimals always kind of weirdly throw me off. Alright, so...
Of course,
Okay,
that's the
here we go
thing.
again.
This is actually worst case scenario because Dasher's going last now. Great.
Oh boy! So after you duck out from under, duck out so you don't end up tearing your hat as it sort of impacts and the fabric, what fabric is on the hat clings and pins to the wooden wall behind you. After Nox briefly pokes their head out to shoot the crossbow bolt and kind of ducks back into their doorway. What you doing?
When, would it take an action to grab my hat?
I'll say that's a bonus action.
Alright. I'll grab my hat as my bonus action. Slowly start drawing my sword for a held action. And I'll say to
Okay.
Dasher, if you want to go through with this, I'll let you know that what I did to Farron was me just holding back. I won't be so kind to you.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Anything. Alrighty.
Oh,
So
my
you're-
held action is in case Dasher tries to attack.
Fair. And I presume you're going to shank.
Full drawing slash.
Okay, noted. So, in that case, Nox, you're up. And then Dasher's on deck.
Asha, Gal, if either of you hits each other, I'm not healing shit. I'm going to bed. However, I might shoot one of you again if it keeps up.
Are you also holding your action?
No, I'm going to bed. Bye.
Okay, yeah. you just walk over, you just move over to your bed and just plop down in it.
If they keep me up, I'm shooting at them.
Fair enough. I'll just move, or presume you move over here. Just there we go.
Hell yeah.
And you are currently prone in your bed.
I draw my curtains, and I say au revoir.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that's an action. I'm kidding. Then in that case, as Nox proceeds to attempt to go to bed, we have Dasher.
Dasher just walks this direction and says, "You're not worth it."
Ooh.
Bam, 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 bam.
Ooh, pew 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 pew. Air horns, pew 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 pew.
All
And
right.
as
Hey
you
gal,
walk-
I think you're Levistus tiefling, right? So you don't have resistance to that fucking burn.
No.
As
So you do have
don't.
resistance to the cold shoulder you were just given.
As
Mhm.
he walks away, his hands are still glowing purple.
Nice.
Fair enough. All right. So I suppose in that case,
As Dasher is just going to go over to the fire downstairs and sleep with his back to the fire.
I was gonna like look down at him, so I was like, wait, the fuck is this? What? What?
yeah, you're covered in ice armor.
You gotta like find the nearest mirror.
There isn't really one in the hallway, so you just open your room and kind of go in. There's
What is
like
this new to you? You've done this before.
Yeah, he was kind of not paying attention.
Hush, you're in your room, laying down.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
There's like
I just wanted to know.
I'd also presume at this point combat ends, as no one is
Yeah.
currently taking any offensive actions against one another.
Fucking the first time I roll higher than the first time I roll like really good on an initiative.
Man, I think that's
I'm
the quickest
clutching an
combat. I
amulet.
think that's the quickest combat I've ever had so far.
Yep. You're welcome.
So,
We
nonetheless.
off-screen agreed that this shouldn't actually be a combat.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. But still, gotta love that. Gotta love the tension.
It'd go bad real fast.
All right, so yeah, as you head
fine with-
in to the room, looking over, it seems to be a hand mirror or like a mirror more seemingly intended for Typhoon, by the looks of
Mhm.
it. Looking at the design, but nonetheless, you're able to at least like turn it to like at least look yourself in the face and kind of looking at like your your upper body, and you're covered in like this reflective kind of icy blue magical sheen, almost like almost resembling sort of plate mail, or at least this metal plating sort of armor going down your body.
Like the parts that confuse him the most are the crown of horns and the wings.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty clear that they're like ephemeral and like aren't actually like working.
Mhm.
Like at least the wings, of course. You can't fly with them. Like you're flapping
Yeah.
them.
They're like folded against his back as like a kind of like a fuck,
almost
like
more like
like
a
on a
cloak
beetle.
kind of going back. Oh yeah, like that too. Yeah, like they're folded back like a elytra.
yeah. Well, I'll have to do some. I'll figure out what that's about eventually, but not now. And I'm going to grab one of the yards of cloth and quickly make face bandanas for everyone,
Ah, nice.
except for Dasher, because he's petty.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
that's
the
true.
one that's putting loud noises in someone's bedroom that sound like sexual acts.
That wasn't your bedroom, though.
Oh yeah. After about
but it
like
was-
after about a minute or so, not a minute. After about like 10 minutes or so, the orb eventually shuts off, and
All right.
because luckily the performance does not last that long. Nonetheless, as everyone.
For adult things in Dasher's
So I
room.
assume I gotta make like a Weaver's Tools check with that or something.
yeah, probably weaver's tools. DC shouldn't be super
With
high.
what attribute?
Probably dexterity. 16. Yeah, like you're not trying to make anything fancy, you know.
It gains special property.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to like with using what material you have and like recycling like bits, like a few scraps to mainly like kind of stitch together into something, you know, properly usable. You're able to make enough basically face masks for the party. At least made about 5.
When near the end of our our long rest, like 2 hours before we're going to leave, Dasher's going to go back to his room, and
after that he goes to bed.
Going to be working on something. No, he's been sleeping in the main hall the whole time.
No, I'm talking about Gal after he finished up with his sewing stuff. He's gonna go to bed.
Okay, fair enough.
So Dasher, for about 2 hours, is going to start working on the circlet. After going to his room and noticing that the noise has stopped, he's going to look for the orb, find it, put it back.
Yeah, luckily it has since shut off. And like whatever image was kind of like warbled on the screen has long since, you know, faded and is just a blank kind of opalescent sphere.
He's gonna put it back as well as wrap it back up.
Okay.
And work on the circlet for about 2 hours.
All right. Yeah. You're making at least a somewhat of a headway. Make it at least in making your way closer towards at least finishing parts of this project.
This is for general construction purposes. I'm not started enchanting it yet.
Yeah. Well, like, the skill check we'll talk about basically at the end. Which would probably be.
Oh wait, I should probably write off a unit of my cloth.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be about a unit of cloth for about like 5 face masks.
Alright.
So
I have a question about Dragonborn Shedding.
Okay.
Specifically when it comes to the gem scales. How often do they actually shed?
Usually it's a once per year thing.
Okay.
Wait, so does that mean that like Dragonborn grow with each shed, or
depends.
how like normal shedding works?
Yeah, it depends. Either that, or it's like, you know, to help like renew and kind of replenish some of like the you know, like broken or like wounded skin, like scarish, scars and stuff like that.
Would Dasher actually have any more of his scales on him that have been shed over the past year?
I don't know, to keep your own dandruff? Sorry.
I mean, considering Dragonborn culture.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you wouldn't keep a lot of them,
right?
Because, you know, like, they're not too uncommon. And there's like it's more of thing of like, you typically be like, oh, you know, it's like X person's like baby teeth, or this or like keeping a lock of their hair, or like
right,
like on their 40th, or like on the decade of their birthday, like if it's a 20th or 30th birthday, they might keep like something minor. But if anything, that's
right. But it's also like you Dragonborn craft stuff into it to people they can and give it to people they can trust.
Right, but that's typically like during certain like milestones.
Yeah, Nox's birthday, as well as his.
Fair enough.
So he's going to be. So that's what he's doing with that. He's basically going to be taking one of his scales, and he's going to, using his leatherworking tools, try to treat that and carve it into a moth.
Interesting. Nice. So yeah, it's Yeah, it's a bit of a weirder material to kind of like cut and work with compared to the leather, at least using the tools. But nonetheless, you're able to make it work after a certain point. And after about the couple of hours or so that you work, you make your way to bed. Try to go back to your heating rock to go back to sleep.
Just for like 15 minutes.
Right.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to clear out some of that space for the bed that's going in there.
Yeah, I probably
That's
have to move
later,
it.
gal.
Yeah, there's a bookshelf in there that's taking up a lot of space.
I assume it's like half empty at this point.
I mean, it's a bit sporadic with the books. Like, you could tell Typhoon was, like, laying them out, so that at least it feels a bit more full than it actually is. But nonetheless. That and also some of them have been taken out and moved over to Nox's room currently, so that's also a factor. But anyways. As the party goes off to sleep for the night, and the cool darkness, at least the darkness sweeps over your consciousness until you're set to wake very early in the morning. Nox.
Uh-oh.
I believe you are going to begin to dream.
Who's
I'm
like
muting.
yeah.
I'm muting.
I was about to say, if everyone could mute their microphones.
Z.
Trying to find. Where did I put the music? There it is. Just gotta turn up a bit. It's a lot quieter than the other music I use. Actually, no. And then also the ambiance as well, because you are no longer at the... Your consciousness is no longer at the hut anymore. Or not the hut, at the Adventure Center. So, Nox, as I had described before, as the your blanket is surprisingly cool as you pull it over your body and
Nice.
try to get comfortable as you go off into rest, as well as also I presume you're also wearing the necklace.
Of course.
Or the amulet. Yeah, and similarly to the amulet is also cool against the skin. As you kind of like let your head rest back against the pillow, and let the darkness overtake you, before your mind starts to feel something, and you kind of jostle a bit before you open your eyes, and. Before actually even you open your eyes, after a moment of just kind of like trying to adjust yourself, trying to get comfortable again in your bed, you're feeling against your back. It doesn't feel like the cushion, of the mattress anymore, and more like grass or moss or something like carpet. That as you like kind of like move your hands, like, wait a minute, what? And as you open your eyes and you look up, rather than seeing the ceiling of your room, nor the bed frame, it is these tall, beautiful verdant trees, with the canopy letting small glimpses of moonlight out through between them, and shining almost kind of directly like in like right around your foreheads, as one of these sort of like moonlit god rays kind of come through the canopy. As you have entered the forest of the familiar.
I didn't crawl out of the well this time.
Nope.
It's always nice to not have to start out that way. Thanks, I think.
And
am I in the same field?
roll a perception check.
Okie dokie.
$19. So now...
Turn off guidance for next time.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say if you wanted to use guidance, I'd allow it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, either way, even with a 16, as you kind of starting to get your bearings and get your thoughts together, before you even go to like kind of sit up, you feel where there was once cool sensation against your cheek, there was a very faint warmth and a weight against it, and you just kind of look down and you see once again about the size of a cat, actually the large fluffy moth of which your amulet had either become or turned into the last time you went into the dream, currently staring you kind of dead in the face before the wings kind of flutter and flaps up.
Hello? Dear Lodge? Oh, okay.
It flutters up off of your chest and like lands on one of the trees nearby, kind of letting you have the capacity to like sit up on your own.
I will do so and stand.
Okay. And as you go to kind of sit and then stand up, trying to get a gathering of your bearings, it's weird. I know I say this every time, but nonetheless, you're trying to get a bearing of looking around your surroundings. You can tell, obviously, this is the forest. You know, you can tell pretty damn certain this is the forest you came out of after coming out of the well the last time. However, it's hard to remember any specific landmarks, or even I remember that tree or whatever I remember that particular clearing or whatever it is. You don't get that sense of this place feels familiar, but there is no recognition to certain landmarks or geographical locations. At
okay,
least
it just feels
at
familiar.
Initial glance. Yes. There's the sense of, I guess nostalgia would only really be the right analog to really say.
I definitely don't like that. Okay. Do I see any high ground? Well, first off, is it daytime or nighttime?
Looking up through the the canopy, it reminds you of moonlight.
Is there any high ground around me to where I can make my way there and look around, see what's going on?
Another perception check. That is another 16. Nice.
Rolling them 16s.
So, as you start just kind of walking in a direction and trying to get a grasp of the area surrounding you, okay, is it, is there any hills or anything like that? Eventually, as you start walking, the moth continues to kind of flutter, kind of moving from tree to tree and resting in branches, and just kind of following you as you're exploring the surrounding area. Before the moth starts fluttering in front of you, and and after getting your attention, kind of flutters over in a direction to the left of you, and flaps its wing a few times, and then flutters off and goes off to a tree to the right of you and flutters a few times, almost kind of designating either one way or the other way.
All right. Any suggestions?
The moth stops fluttering.
Oh, okay. Now when I ask a question, of course, you have nothing to say on the matter. Oh, right. Fine. I go left.
Okay. You go left. It does seem to be progressive. It does seem progressively to start getting more and more sporadic, the trees, or at least the tree line is getting a bit lighter and lighter as you go. Before kind of peering off in the distance ahead of you, rather than any sort of like hill, or any sort of like you don't see you don't see the stairwell going up to to the temple to the Forgotten. You don't see any clearing out to a familiar well by any means. However, there is this almost ivory white reflective sheen of something off in the distance that you can see.
I remember seeing
Seems to
that
be
last
some type of-
time. Oh, I don't like that. Is that in the direction I'm headed?
Yep.
Well, I suppose I might as well figure it out now. Trudging through.
Yeah. At this point, the moth is just following behind you as you walk. They're letting you lead, compared to last time. And as you continue to make your way forward, eventually, you make your way up to the front of this large, structure that seemingly just kind of like juts out amongst the trees and the bright and verdant kind of blues and greens of the leaves around you. As you end up seeing, if I can actually grab the thing, and it doesn't do a dumb.
And Nox is
please.
probably feeling kind of dumb, so that makes sense. That tracks.
Well, that's not intentional, but nonetheless, that's all Nox. That's not me.
Okay, I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you make your way up to the gate, looks like some sort of like gate or large white door, and looking around, kind of like the edge of it, and kind of looking up, this door is huge. It is about at least, at the very least, a small ship could probably pass through this. It might be at least about 20-25 feet tall at its peak.
It's a little much, but all right.
And on top of that, even the walls and the spires looking up even higher seem to be going off into the heavens after a certain point.
I thought this was an elven thing.
And as you just as your attention comes back down, looking at the door and seeing some of the patterns almost reflected on it, you see something move, in the door.
Ooh. Where's my moth buddy?
They're you look back behind you and they're just kind of flooding on it. They're just kind of gently resting their wings and softly.
They're just vibing in a nutshell.
Yes. Yeah.
God, dang it, Saint Hypnosia, you're not helping me here.
And as you turn back to look back towards the door, you swear for a moment you see a face before it kind of melds with the door again.
Why, hello. Fancy meeting you here, though I suppose this is your abode, so maybe not.
And as you go out to speak, eventually the door almost seems to warble and kind of bend and bulge as a quadrupedal. You're not exactly the form and limbs of such a being are hard to really process right now, as at the very least something is coming out of the door, and you see this.
Oh. Like a dreamy owl.
The face definitely seems very owl-like, though you can clearly tell almost wings coming out of the back of it, but also limbs for it, like seemingly like kind of crawling along the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, looking directly at this creature, at least what you believe to be a creature, it's hard to process what you're looking at. As much as you can tell it is something that isn't currently in front of you. And
I will do a small bow. In greeting.
The creature looks down at you and kind of nods in acknowledgement.
Hell yeah.
Before it recites something to you.
Uh-oh.
And I will also write this out.
Okay,
after this is spoken. Just need to find it.
It's never a good sign when it needs to be written out.
Here it is. Fortunately, I can't find the... Originally, I was going to put on the voice mod, but I can't actually find the one that was supposed to work, but it's fine. Actually, this works. Hang on. I am the door that hides the window mirror. Closed, I am revealed. Open, the world may be odd.
Hello? Never heard of a window mirror. I suppose it is something important.
The Watcher continues to look at you, unmoving.
You by chance don't have any information about what this building is? Anything?
Hang on, sir.
Nothing. Okay, alright.
I am the Watcher of the gate to the Ivory Palace.
Ivory Palace, alright. Ivory... Why have I feel like I've heard that before? I have heard that before, have I not?
Have you?
I feel like I heard that from Kumal.
Roll a religion check. I'll say with advantage.
Okie dokie.
17. The Ivory Palace is a name used for one of the locations within Regia Mentis.
Fuck. Well, that confirms where I am, I suppose. I don't by chance see a black obelisk anywhere, do I?
Nope. No serious. I heard myself on someone else's mic for a minute there, sorry.
Yes, there was an echo.
Hmm.
Well, that's not grand. I don't suppose next thing that happens is a large bird is going to happen or something. At least I hope not. Oh, wait, I've got a moth. Don't need a bird. Ha! I'm just thinking of Farron waking up with a bird.
If you think I will harm you, I will not. Unless you attempt to move forward without answering the riddle.
Oh. I see. What you had given me was a riddle.
Indeed.
I see, okay. That makes much more sense then. So you are asking me to solve it? All right.
It looks at you, and it looks at you acknowledgingly.
Hmm. To me, you just sound like a window, but you hide the window mirror. Is the window mirror part of the riddle, or is that something separate?
Answer the riddle,
Dumb question.
and the door shall be opened.
I've never been good at riddles. I feel like that's more of Kumal's specialty. Hmm. Are you eyes?
The Watcher tilts their head.
No? Alright. It was a guess. No, you said revealed, not revered, correct?
Correct. I am the
Okay.
door that hides the window mirror. Closed, I am revealed. Open, the world may be odd.
See, I just can't keep, I just think of eyes. That's just me, but... Are you a heart, by chance? Though I suppose that's much more romantic. I suppose that wouldn't work either.
I will say for this, if you would like to roll an intelligence check, or
Ooh,
if
that's
you'd like
not
to-
my strong suit.
or if you would like to use a point of inspiration for a hint.
I'll roll an intelligence check first. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Why not? Hey!
17. Okay. So, if it is the door that hides the window mirror, meaning something that is both a window and a mirror, what is the window mirror? And then what would then be the door?
I do not understand the phrase window mirror.
Yeah. Basically, it is something that is considered to be both a window and a mirror in one.
I'm still getting stuck on eyes. It's just eyelids.
Is that your answer?
Nope. I don't like my answer. You know what? Skip it. Yeah, I will use a point of inspiration since I got one today.
Okay. So in that case, the most I'll say is that you were on the right track when thinking about eyes.
Damn it! Damn it! Eyes are all I got. How's that the right track?
I'll say at this point, if you don't give an answer, I'm going to be flipping the hourglass.
Yes. All I have is eyes and eyelids. That's all I've got. If it's the door, then just
What is your answer? Is your answer
'Cause-
eyelids?
or eyes. Yeah.
As you say the words, the Watcher of the Gate slowly nods in acknowledgement.
That is correct.
And as that occurs, the body almost seems to reabsorb back into the gate, and the door that was was almost spherical, not spherical, almost circular. As the door slowly opens like an eyelids or like an eye opening up into looking into the building, you see the sprawling halls and corridors of the Ivory Palace.
Not sure what I'm doing here. Is my friend behind me?
Yep.
What do I see inside the Ivory Palace?
You see this. If I show it
Uh-oh.
a moment. If I can get it. Where is it? There it is. Will actually work. Roll 20. Game. There we go. As you peer inside and begin to look around you, looking at the various decorations almost of... You're not sure if they're either paintings or windows looking outside, back out into the forest, as you continue walking from... you walk down looking at from corridor to corridor and hallways and rooms and sections in this sprawling complex of a palace. And as you're going along, if you could please roll me another perception check, as well as a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Before I do that, do I have any spells left from the day? Nope, I don't. Never mind. Can't do that. Never mind. Perception.
23, and then a wisdom save.
I have a bad feeling about this one.
21, doing just fine. As much as typically around this point you would start to feel... I mean, you could still somewhat... I shouldn't say that. You still somewhat feel this almost mistiness or haziness at the corners of your mind, starting to feel a bit woozy. You're at least able to keep your minds together and your will to continue walking your way forward. And with a 23 in perception, coupled alongside the aid of the moth that is currently fluttering with you, you see a few locations to go down. One of them seemingly continues off... I guess I should clarify. Looking, there seems to be 4 different directions you can go down as you start walking down the halls and kind of reaching this sort of intersection, this intersection of corridors. And to the... because if we're to social reference in cardinal directions, to the north, you can see going down as some of the decorations and patterning on the walls seems to get more vibrant and passionate and verdant and colorful. Then down looking to the east, there is... it almost seems to get more... compared to the vibrant hues of the north, to the east it seems to be more darker grays and blacks, and almost the more absence of emotion and color looking down that hallway, with a somewhat ominous tinge looking down. Now, looking to the south, from your position, there's almost seems to be more of a gentle kind of ramp stairwell going down. And there's almost, like, looking down that way, you can kind of feel something vague, like, very faintly blowing at your hair. As if there's, like, some sort of, either open draft or gust coming from that direction. And then to the west, yes. And then to the west, you can see, as the decorations slowly turn from the pure ivory, slowly to a pink, and then to a very bright crimson red, going down that hallway, before it eventually seems to reach another door.
Well, fuck. Please tell me this isn't where the dragon is, and I go west.
Going west down the red corridor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, as you walk your way down that direction, as much as your reflection seems to be almost kind of warbled and blended, with the environment, looking at the reflective sheen of the walls and the floor, you continue your way forward, and eventually you make out the very faintest glimpse of your own silhouette in the door, this bright ruby red door, which seems to have some form of inscription on the front of it. And as you try to read it, or at least as you try to look, at it, I would like you to roll another wisdom save.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Nope.
That is a 6.
Nope.
As your brain tries to process the words on the engraved and carved into the door, your vision starts to get a bit fuzzy, and it's getting
As
harder
it
and harder
begins
to
to
concentrate.
blur, is there any way that I can try my best to recall the shapes in front of me? Even though I am not able to comprehend them.
I will say this would be a intelligence check for the sake of memory and, basically willpower.
Oh boy.
In order to, and basically comprehension, processing power, in order to work out at least what is in front of you.
Okay. So just intelligence?
Mm-hmm. Straight intelligence.
Nat 1.
Natural 1.
I don't remember shit.
Would you like to use a point of inspiration if you have one?
I have 1 left. Yeah.
Okay, in that case,
Yeah,
reroll.
I'll use it. Not much better.
As you might expect, trying to read something within a dream, your brain is only processing it as chicken scratch after a certain point, and as you're just getting more and more frustrated, and that fuzziness on the side of your head almost starts to close in deeper and deeper, eventually the corners of your vision start to grow foggy and fuzzy as well, and start to darken as your vision goes blank. And once again, you wake up in your bed.
Oh, that one was not good. Not good at all. What time is it? Do I know?
Looking out your window for a moment, Typhoon's still asleep. As you try to look outside, it seems to be very early morning, about the time you would have normally slated to try and wake up.
So it's about time to get moving then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Not the way I wanted to spend the night, but here we are. Get my armor on, start to get ready.
Got my trash hat on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, yes, everyone can unmute their mics at this point. As those who are awake and capable and ready start to gather their equipment. Dasher, Nox, and Farron. You are not Farron. God, Gal.
Wow.
Messed up my tieflings. I'm sorry. You slowly stir from your slumber, at least from the quick power nap that you had before waking up again, Dasher. But nonetheless, all of you are awake. All of you have your equipment. And what do you guys do?
Gonna get ready and let's go.
Dasher is bringing with him the leatherworking kit, the cooking utensils, and the orb.
Actually, Gal's gonna do a quick once-over sharpen on a few of his weapons.
Okay. Yeah. There's a whetstone handy that you can just do a quick once-over to at least just keep it up in top shape.
Also, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Okay, cool. I transferred back to the tower.
Okay.
So I'm back upstairs now.
I'm gonna leave my my backpack behind so I can lug Kumal along with us.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, he is still out cold at this point, as you just kind of pick him up and hoist him over your shoulder. All right, let's go, bud.
Dasher picks up Navenna.
Yeah, after they, takes a moment a little bit to kind of rustle him awake before you kind of cup him up in your hand to pick him up, just okay, we're moving. Alrighty, so.
Good morning, Navenna.
Yeah, they seem to be a little bit agitated from being woken up, but they're complacent. they're complying and continuing for and letting you Dasher carry them.
Oh.
Precious baby.
So, as you guys wake up bright early morning, having a fairly a very early meal, I presume. And after having a quick meal, getting everything suited up, and getting ready to walk out the door as basically just as some of your workers are just barely getting up for the morning.
Coffee time.
Yeah.
I suppose we are also waiting for the orcish woman that will be escorting us, correct? The shaman?
You're looking around outside, you don't see them. Though it's a pretty safe bet that you'll probably end up having to either meet them at the colony or at the edge of the village or somewhere closer by.
I see. I was under the impression they were supposed to meet us here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if they are coming here, let's just go. We'll meet them on the way.
That's true. I suppose we'll follow the path then.
Let it be known that Orange Scrying Orb has been added to my inventory.
What?
Oh.
What?
Oh, that orb. Okay.
The porn orb.
The
God
prank
damn it.
orb.
You have that on you right now.
Yes, I am taking it with
God
us.
damn.
It is in my bag.
Oh, that's gonna be fun for later.
You don't know that it's in my bag.
I know, but if someone finds out it's there, it's gonna be fun for later.
God.
I mean, I plan on showing it to Kumal and telling him this was in your room. It was scaring Nevena.
Confusing is a better word.
Yeah,
As
it was
we are
less scaring them and more just confused and agitated. Why am I being woken up from my sleep?
What the fuck's going on?
What disturbs?
Who
As
the
we
hell
are
disturbs
getting
my
close
slumber?
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
as we're leaving and getting ready to go down the path, can I make a sleight of hand roll?
Oh.
Or I guess maybe stealth. I'm not sure which one it would be. I want to get up behind Gal.
Okay, yeah, that would probably for just getting up behind Gal, that would probably be a stealth check.
Not great.
I think I was about to say, I think even his passive is more than enough to notice. Yeah, as Gal, you're just kind of walking along, minding your own business. Something smells off. Oh, it's not. It's behind you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Take a sip of his mug of coffee as he walks.
I'm gonna hit him.
With what?
Hand.
Okay. Make an unarmed attack.
I don't even know where to click for that.
Slap those ass cheeks.
Yeah, either strength or dex of your choice.
Okay.
Just this, because you're not proficient with unarmed attacks, so it's just straight roll.
Da 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 da. Natural 20.
Damn. All right.
So
no, it's not just a natural 20. It's 2 natural 20s.
The double
Two
natural 20. Fucking hell.
Screenshot that
okay.
shit. Screenshot that.
Fate has deemed that this occur this day, as there was a loud, audible crack across the back of Gal's head.
Yep.
Are you intending to do damage, or are you just trying to smack some sense into him?
Just smacking some sense into him. No damage.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, there is just Gal, you're just a bit of a as there's just
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Good morning to you too.
I wanted to tell you something.
Was it, hey, I'm sorry for being such a dumbass, because I would accept that one.
No, I was gonna say thank you for saving me yesterday.
I didn't save your hat, and for that I'm actually more amused than apologetic, so...
No, that's fine, I can fix it. It's this hat's been through a lot.
There we go.
All is well.
A mere crossbow bolt won't do it much harm. Man,
Well, that's good to know.
You got a real fucking arm on you, damn. I'm
Did you expect
impressed.
anything less? I continue our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Nox is now in a much better mood.
Yeah. Also, Nox, as you're kind of moving along, you're kind of just taking a bit of note, just kind of readjusting your armor and your clothes and stuff. The amulet is warm.
Gal has a newfound respect for Nox's bitch slap.
You should.
Fair
That's the
enough.
best bitch slap I've ever given.
As you guys eventually make your way over
I think that's
to
probably the worst one he's ever gotten.
Nice.
Yeah. As it slowly takes about a couple hours or so, as the sun begins to rise properly for the morning. Beautiful sunrise, by the way, coming across the hill.
Right, Nox, I have a gift for you.
Mm.
Gonna pull out one of the cloth masks he made.
Ah, this might actually be handy once we get a little closer. Considering we're looping around, when we're more in the southern wind of it, given your estimate being correct, might be best. Thank you.
Of course. Fuck, goddamn.
Beautiful. So, as you guys eventually make your way to the edge of the the colony proper, quote unquote, you can see you can still see a few tents that are still occupied from the initial temporary encampment, where there, a few of the Dragonborn workers and whatnot are currently still kind of sitting around smaller campfires and whatnot, seemingly.
Oh no, I just had a really funny thought pop into my head.
Okay.
We pulled a Home Alone and forgot a ferret.
No!
No, it was fine.
Ketchup. Eventually.
Yeah. As you see a few of the workers seemingly just getting ready for their shift to start in the morning. You can see, at least up on the hill, of course, alongside next to the main quote unquote keep, or the main colonial outpost with the fort. Seems to be the beginning workings of a large, wide sort of square. Yeah, looks to be akin to presumably a longhouse, as you have recommended for the company to
I suppose
construct.
negotiations with the workers went well then.
Yes, mutinies are never fun.
Speaking as though one has gone through one.
One or two failed. All of them. But boy, did they try.
Can't blame them.
And as you're making your way up the quote-unquote main road, kind of going towards the quote, where there probably likely will be the town square, at least a main central location for the colony, as houses are being built and trees are being chopped, and there's markers out for laying out where buildings are going to be. You do see, mildly confused, looking around amongst them, to be the orc woman from that you would talked to the night before.
The
Just kind of looking
shaman!
around. Yeah, the orc shaman woman. Kind of looking around a bit, not perturbed isn't the right word, but just more curious, looking down at everything that's happening. But nonetheless, they don't seem to be commenting. As they eventually they catch your attention. And seeing off in the distance, and it looks like to do a gesture with their hand for you to come forward.
Good morning. I will say in Orcish.
Greetings.
I hope you were able to rest at least a little bit.
Somewhat, though I admittedly was not the most quiet sleep, as I am typically used to.
What's been going on?
Well, as you might imagine, there is unrest within the tribe.
Expectedly, sir.
Luckily, there have not been any fights or challenges yet, but there is a lot of concern and a lot of fear.
I was gonna find a spot to dump Kumal.
Yeah, like I was like I mean like there's like a tree that you can kind of sit them down under that looks like they're keeping it there for the sake of like, oh, you know, it looks nice. It's not in the way of any buildings. You just kind of let him know, like, let's just rest him in the shade here. There we go.
Asher would probably drop a few, like an orange or two in front of him.
Yeah,
Do I get the feeling that when she's talking about unrest, is she talking about like unrest in the tribe in regards to leadership, in regards to the Onak? Do I get a feeling for what she's talking about?
Roll an insight check.
Are we all?
I was gonna-
Oh no, we aren't a
Ooh.
whole lead roll. Never mind.
24. Damn, okay. Let me also get some of the music up as this is as that is occurring. Where
Al is going to take one of the bandana he made for Kumal and gently tie it around his snout.
Beautiful. He looks like a good old fashioned bandit now, as he just kind of wrapped the bandana around his snout. And with a 20 something, 24. Hang on. Get music up. There we go.
Who joined?
Hydra.
The music.
Music.
Sick.
There is, I mean, of course, there is concern on her face, seemingly both for other people as well as for herself. And based on the way she worded it, you definitely get the impression that she is concerned about someone challenging for the role for the role of chieftain.
Yes.
Considering the situation that we're in, and like, you know, if word gets out about, you know, if the Onak's being sick and everything else that's going on, and if that were to happen, that would also mean, if the chieftain, aka her husband, would be presumably killed, and then she would have to marry.
Oh, so
whoever
this
the
is
next
one of the
chieftain
wives.
is.
I asked last time
Yes.
if this was one of the wives, and you said no.
You lied.
My apologies then. You
Above
didn't
game.
okay, you did because the first time you met her, when you first met the chieftain and everything, you like the only other wife you saw was, you know, the pure, like, the pale white orc woman. You didn't, none of the other wives were with them at the time.
One of the mammoth tooth lady.
Yeah, the mammoth tentrum. Though looking at this woman, there is definitely a sense of, like, her connection when she says that seems very personal, and you know, with that 24, you could tell, presumably she's one of the wives of the chieftain.
I see.
Above game, was there a reason why the mark that I put on the map was taken off?
Oh yeah, I had removed that.
I was assuming we were using that basically to mark where, where should be pretty much quarantined.
Yeah.
Oh, that is correct. My apologies. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those were the houses that we were concerned about, because that was the southern.
Yep.
That's
That's
portion.
why I marked them down.
My apologies.
It
I will put
was
those back again.
this one, and I think
it was
these
like
two.
it was in like this area approximately.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Dang it, nature.
Well, it's back
Are you
now.
concerned? Are you concerned that the Onek falling ill would be seen as the chieftain's fault?
Well, many do believe that we are cursed, and if there were to be a change in the leadership, then maybe the spirits would be more pleased with us.
Curse, you say?
Well, the curse of our lots, of our tribe, being forced to run, forced to be hungry and be sick, and our feet bruised and bloody from walking so long.
It doesn't sound like a curse as much as it sounds like a fate that has been placed upon you by a warring tribe. I didn't realize being at war was a curse.
Well, to the people, many see it that way.
That's true. Change is never easy.
Indeed. We are trying to help where we can, and as much as even the chieftain is stubborn in many ways, he knows when there is blood at the wall, and he knows when...
Men always are.
There's a bit of a knowing nod, like, indeed.
Knox
Cal
knows.
sneezes.
Yeah, and as she says that, well, we likely must be going. Speaking of the men, the warriors, likely would like to look at them before we check on the Onak.
This is true. In switching to comment, I also want to ask, have there been any new occurrences of illness?
She kind of cocks her head like, my common is, like she gestures with her hand like,
No worries, no worries. Instead, I'll continue talking to her in Orcish and translating for Dasher.
She nods. No one knew wounded, to say. None of them show signs of serious, of harsh sickness, at least not yet. If the warriors are sick, it has not been seen.
Understood.
Let us go.
So who are we questioning first, Nature? Are we headed towards the warriors, is that right?
Yeah, basically heading to the medical, for the quote unquote like medical tent, you know,
Okay.
where other, you know, the shamans and whatnot and the wounded are being treated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as she gestures for everyone else to follow, Gal, are you keeping Kumal next to the tree, or are you carrying him with you?
How funny would it be for Gal to leave him there?
I mean, it's your choice.
Gal doesn't want to have to pick him up again.
Fair enough. Fair point.
I'm gonna give Typhoon one of the bandanas.
Yeah.
Dasher is going to take out one of Kumal's spare pieces of paper and a pen and just write down the direction we're going.
Oi,
Okay.
mate, leave the bird with the lad.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Yesterday.
You're wanting to leave Navenna here, just in the middle of nowhere, while Kumal's unconscious. Don't think that's wise.
Navenna's trying to like get out of your grasp currently, Dasher, trying to like get on the
No,
ground.
I would have I would have put Navenna down so that I could actually get a piece of paper and a pen, so that I could write a note, put to Kumal, and just basically tuck it in his robe.
Okay, yeah. As you like gonna set Navenna on the ground and start writing, immediately Navenna just kind of starts like hopping their way over towards Kumal's still unconscious body, still nursing whatever whatever crappy hangover they're gonna have when they wake up.
Gal's gonna usher Navenna into that little coat pocket Kumal has.
Yeah. Well, actually, they kind of like jump up and kind of nuzzle into their lap. And kind of like basically like lean their head in against their stomach, and just
Well, never mind then.
and seemingly like
It's precious.
And after kind of doing so for a minute, they just kind of like kind of roost in, kind of treating Kumal's lap like a nest, and just seemingly keeping a watchful eye out in case anyone seems to get close.
Nevena, you're gonna watch out for him then. Good girl.
I need fan art now of this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Just drunk bandit looking cool.
No, just
Yeah.
well, the scarf would probably be like around his neck, but like just him underneath a tree with Nevena in his lap as just like a chicken.
Looking precious as hell. It's so cute.
So, eventually,
Oh, they're so cute when they're young. Anyways, let's go.
I believe her name was Urzul. Hang on.
Hold up, we can look.
I know it was somewhere. Was Urza or Urzul? It is Urzul, yes.
Urzul.
Yes,
Orc
Urzul.
shaman.
Yes, for the orc woman. As she kind of looks back to the group. Are we ready to move?
As ready as we'll ever be.
Then we shall. And she starts moving, kind of walking stick in hand. She doesn't seem to be leaning on it necessarily for like she has a bad like back or legs or anything. But nonetheless, she just kind of like holds it firmly, and with authority as she makes her way towards the camp. The camp is slowly stirring at this point. At least the orc and Goliath village at this point. People starting to get up. A few people seemingly around fires, currently roasting meat or some other, or having something else in like a bowl or a pot, currently cooking to get ready to have breakfast for the morning. There are
smell good.
It smells like roasting meat and vegetables and spices. Like that's like you're getting the smell of like some serious like hearty stew, kind of smell in the air.
That's my jam right there.
And there are a few there's a few that are like kind of like quietly just kind of talking and like smiling amongst themselves, and like the occasional laugh, at least amongst them. Before there's a bit of like that laughter kind of stops, seeing you folks make your way through the camp, and there's a few
Aww.
there's one or two they almost seem more concerned and like cautious kind of looks, though there are a few more sour glances as you guys make your way past. Though as their eyes kind of trail along, looking towards Urzul, there's almost a like begrudging acknowledgement and nod before they kind of like start talking back amongst themselves. Smile is having since faded, but still, leaving you folks.
If any of the ones given the sour looks make eye contact with Gal, he's just gonna just stare them down as he keeps walking.
Seems to be more like your group in general, though like one or two might like briefly kind of make eye contact with you and just give like an upward nod, like what, before just kind of looking back to their food. And nonetheless,
We haven't proven ourselves. We are outsiders.
As you.
He's just staring at him.
Yeah, like, there is actually one orc child that seemingly has gotten away from their mom or is continuing to make their way along. Before very quickly, you see the mom trailing behind them and like making eye contact with you, kind of quicken up the pace to try to like grab and pick up their child and try to usher them off into another tent nearby.
Understandable.
As Urzul, they're kind of like half pointing, like half guiding with their stick to show like which direction moving through the camp you're supposed to go. And eventually there is a tent marked with looks to be almost looks like a six-fingered like hand, like printed on the very top of the tent. Like almost like the hand almost has two thumbs on either side at the base. And as they go to open the tent flap and gesture with you.
Is that a medical symbol that Nox would recognize?
History check.
Ooh, okay.
I would also like to make a check of some sort for that.
Not great.
8.
Sure.
12. Dasher, you can tell it definitely has some significance
Holy
of some
shit.
kinds, but you're not exactly familiar. Nox, Nox a similar way, like, you know there's definitely some importance to it. Natural 20
And a nat
from...
20.
Yeah, natural 20 from them. The symbol for, like, a six-fingered hand, usually has some sort of religious significance as well as like a spiritual, like personal significance to the orcs. It's sometimes considered to be sort of like a guiding hand.
BRB?
Good. Sort of either like a
That
guiding
would have
hand.
been religion.
Well, either or. I should have said history or religion. My apologies.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah. No. Like it was technically could be both.
What, boys and goyles? Let's get all good rolls out the way now, so we don't have them later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically, it is usually a symbol of peace and a symbol of like protection. Like you know, like this is not a place for blood. You know, do not spill blood here.
See. A safe space.
Yeah, I was gonna like make sure none of his weapons are gonna just randomly fall out.
Touche. Yeah, and this is a symbol.
Oh yeah, and the normal grin that Gal has on his face is gone.
That's fair. Yeah, and this
He hasn't had it all morning.
That's fair. And to clarify, this is a symbol used by multiple different tribes, some variation thereof. But nonetheless, you definitely recognize me. Like, oh, this is. Yeah, if this is a medical tent, yep, that makes sense.
Gal respects no combat zones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And do you relay that to the party, or do you just keep quiet?
Might give like a 3-sentence summary.
That's fair. Yeah. Urzul just kind of like nods acknowledgement. Just. There are wounded and sick in here. Be ready.
Good to know.
As she opens the flap and looking in, you can see like it looks like to be her, and of course Urzul being one of the head shamans. Along with what looks to be another like 2 or 3, whether it be shamans or other like basically handmaids or workers, you know, or nurses basically to help tend to the wounded.
I was gonna put his mask on.
It's not overly like loud in here. There isn't anyone like screaming, luckily in pain. Though there you can obviously hear like 1 or 2 people like either just like the occasional cough or just like the occasional groan of either discomfort or pain.
And knowing that a lot of these people were exposed because they were the warriors that were injured, I would also put mine on as well. And then look at Dasher, and then look at Gal, and then look at Dasher, and then look at Gal.
Gonna give the ball out.
That's fair. Though one thing you do note is that Urzul and all of the shamans and nurses, they don't have any sort of like face protection on
That's
them.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're like at least currently they don't have any either like mask like other than like maybe some ornamental pieces on the face for like.
Yeah, because I mean we still don't know if it's an airborne issue, so.
Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, you look on at some of the wounded. Looks to be about like four or five. That seemingly are from the whatever the blight attack or the fungus attack. Seemingly laid out like in beds separated along like one side of the tent. And there seems to be one or two others that seem to be more like they either got into like a tussle or some kind of fight recently and are more just like much more minor like cuts and scrapes. Compared to the others that seem to have a much more of a major like they you can see some pretty deep like scrapes and scars and open wounds on the at least on the warrior looking types.
Back.
And welcome back. And Urzul just kind of gestures on looking at them. These four are the ones who fought the fungus, the mushroom on the back of the Ornak.
See.
They are still resting, and they are only partially awake.
Only partially awake.
Do they like look like they have anything on them, like blemishes or anything?
If anyone would like to roll a medicine check.
I can
Dasher
do
is
that.
going to-
I'm proficient.
Dasher is going to take off one of his 2 sashes that he uses for a belt,
5.
and he's going to tie it around his snout.
Well, there goes one of the questions I was gonna ask.
What?
I was gonna ask if at some point, since Gal's like probably seeing a few sick people, if it looks like anything he's dealt with before.
Yeah, you're this. A lot of this seems relatively new to you. Like you haven't dealt with sentient fungus. You don't know what the fuck is going on. At least weird magic, hazardous fungi.
Yeah, but he does know you don't fuck with disease.
That's also fair. So you're trying to keep a bit more of a wide berth from the body as compared to your other compatriots. As you're looking on at this whole scenario. For Nox and Dasher, looking at these bodies, it looks like a lot of them do seem to have, of course, seemingly just kind of cuts and scrapes from either like scratching against like wood or something, or like stuff in the forest from like battle and just like movement in combat and getting, just like from moving around and rolling and getting all tousled up. Luckily, it looks like most of their bodies have been cleaned, so like there isn't any like old blood or dirt on them that would have problems for infection. And also a lot of the more like egregious open wounds have actually been closed up, looks like with either like a sap of some kinds, or like something else similar to basically kind of close it up. However, at least looking at the injuries, you can definitely tell some pretty serious notes of necrotic damage immediately. Looks like one of them looks like they have either it landed somewhere in like the base of the back, like base of the spine, where there's a large kind of like sort of blackened dark spot, almost like the skin looks like it would normally be like melanistic, in like like in that kind of like darker skin tone, with also like so this lightning kind of spreading out, like going through either veins or nerve endings, going down that from that section, along
Like a
with,
pattern?
kind of, yeah, and
Almost like a poison?
Less specifically poison, though that could be also a factor. Though definitely this is very similar to a magical necrotic, sort of.
Do these people
spell scarring?
Do these people look dehydrated at all?
Not at first glance. At least they don't seem like they're not like shriveled up or anything.
Right.
That, and also with like the lighting and everything, which is somewhat dim in here, with occasionally for one or two like smaller like flames and torches.
Right.
I am going to mute for just a quick second because I'm going to go grab my handbook real quick. I got to check some spells real fast, see if they might help.
This isn't going to shed much light, but Dasher is just going to try to focus his key and just make his hands glow with a radiant light. Just to try to get a better lighting for, like, just have his hand hovering over the wound just to see if he can get a better look at it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to create a constant light, because otherwise that would that's specific spells that do that. But at least for like brief instances of like, okay, what to like for a without doing any damage, doing a radiant like pulse.
All I'm really trying to do is just like try to have something happen that's like a few inches worth of light, like just something where if I hover my hand over it, it will glow, allowing me to see, but it's not enough to actually like let me see farther than my actual square.
Right. Well, I mean, you do create like some brief kind of basically like little spots or pulses of light trying to use your fists.
Right.
Admittedly, not for super long. Though, like, you do see, like, some of the shamans do kind of cover their face a bit, and a few of the other, like, half-awake patients kind of, at the sun.
Yeah, I'm just
the
trying
bright
to...
light in the room.
If I can't just have it constantly going, then I'm not going to continue that.
That's fair, yeah.
Could we get some light in here? I need to be able to see this a little bit better. Pointing to the scar.
Understood. And Urzul basically just kind of gestures to get like it's basically like a very small brazier. There's a small like, handheld bowl.
Okay.
That they just light. Looks like either some incense or other small, just kind of like sticks and wood. And then just kind of set that down, basically closer to the body, just to have some natural light, coming onto the patient. And
how bad does this necrotic spell scarring look?
Most of it seems to be closer to the surface.
Right.
Like it, as if basically something either stuck onto or like basically kind of like was made impact, and then it burst. So it's almost like a smaller like circular radius. Most of them seem to be about the size of like probably the bigger ones you'd say about the size of like a dinner plate. Like with as it slowly tapers out towards the edges. Ah, I see. Let me see. Poisons, poison creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You also identify the kind of poison, creature, disease in each case. Okay. Interesting. So, let me check something real quick.
I'm glad I stocked it. I stocked it for this exact case.
Well,
that's smart.
I'm tempted to... you know what? Fuck it, this joke is working. Does this include mental illness?
No.
Is Dasher glowing like a light bulb because of mental illness?
This is physical maladies.
Only if it is actually syphilis.
You know.
I have a question.
I may or may not have an answer.
Would I be able to, from a few of the details that we've learned so far about what happened, looking at them and just the general way orcs tend to fight, try and get a semblance together of what might have happened? How things went?
For Gal, unfortunately, there isn't much for you to really see with a 5.
No, I'm talking about like not like medicine wise.
Oh, I see, like either how
from
bad
like a
was
combat
the fight?
standpoint.
Okay, yeah. Whatever the scenario, it definitely seems like they either held off for a period of time, but nonetheless kept getting worn down. Looking at it just at close firsthand, it doesn't seem to be a quick, brutal, horrifying, massacre by any means. They tried to do it. They tried to pursue. Started taking some hits, and we're like, okay, this is too much. Back off. We're in over our head. We need to retreat. No one stayed around to die by any means.
Alright, can I try and tell how combat capable these orcs are compared to, say, someone like myself or Dasher?
Insight, I'll say.
Okay.
Alright, what was the question? I was being asked something.
What the capabilities of the warriors are in question. Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment, but first off, the poison and disease.
Yeah, that's fine.
For Nox, that actually you'd have to roll a perception check. I'll say for the sake of this, looking at these individuals.
Dasher did ask for a light, so.
But it says
for
the duration, I can sense the presence of it.
I know.
I see though nonetheless. This is for something particular. 21. Damn.
21.
Now
21?
it's fairly faint, and it's fairly like minor. However, you can see like as you're kind of looking at some of these wounds and kind of assessing, looking at the bodies of the 4 or 5 individuals, it seems to be whatever is in there is small. However, there seems to be basically like trace amounts of something in the basically at the deepest parts of the wounds, even after being cleaned, that has made their way into the body. As for what it is, you can it's looking at it. It seems to be spores or some type of fungal infection.
So I know that
it's
it's
been
fungal.
able. Yeah, you can tell it is basically the as much as it hasn't really taken a serious hold just yet. At least it hasn't grown super egregiously. Most of the concentration you can see with your detect poison disease seemingly is it is a very like thin, very minor amounts heading towards the like the joints and like parts of the nervous and like certain corners of the nervous system. And looking at those certain parts on the body with the high medicine check that you have, there is some inflammation around those spots around where the joints are.
It's the Last of Us plague.
But it's not. It
Shut
doesn't
up.
sense. Like, it doesn't feel like it's bloodborne. Like, it doesn't feel like it's circulating. It's not like a septic situation.
Doesn't necessarily. It's weird. Like, whatever seems to be happening, it either is like moving or spreading from that wound, like either through the bloodstream to like hook onto the closest point in the body to reach those nerves, or even through the nervous system. Like,
It's trying to take over.
Man, this is what I imagine playing Eberron with an engineer is like, but with medical personnel.
This is why I love spore druids, because they can make necromantic bodies. Anyway, I am going to relay that information to Urzul like stat.
She nods acknowledgingly. This is not good. Our people have not dealt with much like this before.
Ooh, since it's within 30 feet of me, is anybody else in the tent infected?
Good question, actually. One moment.
Fuck yeah, this is gonna give us some good info,
Where
y'all.
Are we in the village?
Because this lasts for 10 minutes.
It's closer-ish to the outskirts, on the, sort of on, like, the southeastern side.
Oh, so like here?
Yeah, approximately.
Okay, so we're not
Okay.
in the quarantine zone. Got it. Awesome.
But good news is we are close to it, so we can investigate that.
I'm going.
So, Urzul and one of the other shamans, you don't see anything on them. However, there is the faintest sensation in the lungs of the 2 of the other shamans. It is whatever it is.
Urzul that as well.
Yeah, it is fairly minor. And like hearing that, Urzul kind of her eyes widen, looking at the other 2 as they both of them just kind of look like confused and concerned. Before she kind of like approaches them, trying to like basically talk with them personally without like trying to get too close.
I'm going to make a gesture, like, towards Gal to pretty much see, like, are there any additional masks kind of thing.
He'd be like, "They haven't got any on me, but I can make some."
We might not have time. They might be able to make them faster, since we need to continue towards this
We have furs.
source.
We have furs and linens that can be used. masks.
It might be a good idea for those infected at least to be wearing them.
Or at least anyone towards that end.
Well, I'm mainly concerned about the ones that I see the concentration in their lungs. The ones that just have it, like, towards their joints, things like that from wounds, okay. But the ones that are actively breathing
yeah,
it...
the shamans, by the look of it, it's like, it's made contact, but it hasn't properly set hold.
Gal is gonna, like...
It doesn't have the chance to incubate really seriously yet.
Take like, a random sheet he can find and give, like, an example of how he made his, and, like, to, like, help them do it more efficiently.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Yeah, after a moment... after a moment... oh, actually, that's another thing I almost forgot to also do before all of this. Everyone who made a medicine check to analyze the bodies is actually also going to make it either an intelligence or wisdom save.
Oh boy.
This will be with advantage because all of you are wearing masks.
Aha!
All of you guys are
Oh
fine.
boy.
Power of masks, baby!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of you guys have been careful to prevent any sort of accidental exposure.
Hey, y'all out there.
Close to these bodies.
Wear your masks.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Gal don't fuck with disease.
Please
Hey, chat,
be
wear your
very,
masks.
please be very careful around mold.
That too. That too.
Oh, yeah,
That absolutely.
No, I have.
Hey, y'all,
I've learned
don't
that
fuck
from
with fungus.
experience.
Mhm.
So,
Mordareth is no exception.
You want cordyceps?
what?
That's how you get cordyceps.
I am going to use. I am going to use a point of key. I'm gonna regret this. I'm using a point of key to basically just envelop my hands. I'm going to go outside the tent, envelop my hands in radiant light, and try to basically, if there are any spores that basically transferred over to me, just burn it off.
There don't seem to be any. However, with the detect poison and disease, and like looking at this room, there aren't like as much as the tent flap is able to be open and closed. This is a fairly enclosed area that doesn't have a lot of ventilation.
No, we need to leave. This place needs ventilation.
I don't think that's a great idea.
No, this place is enclosed.
But you also have to understand that ventilation exposes those outside of it as well.
Yes, however, you're going to get a concentration.
Of it in here, yes. One way or another, that's why I'm letting them know they all need to be wearing their mask.
Urzul kind of nods. I would like more fires and burn some incense. She just kind of goes off and starts prepping things ready. So going back to the, going back to Mono with the insight check. These guys, like, they don't seem to be like wimps or anything. Most of them seem fairly on the younger side.
Hardier individuals.
Yeah, like young adults, presumably by the looks of it. Like in human years, probably about like what 18, 19. A lot of them. So like basically like quote unquote in their prime, fairly young for fighters, though not very seasoned or veteran.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they're not they're not terrible by any means, but they're not like elite veteran like hard ass warriors.
Yeah, no, I did say like compared to either himself or Dasher.
Yeah, like if anything, it would probably be like maybe slightly less. Compared to you guys, if anything.
Okay.
But yeah, as
Asher,
you're...
looking at all of these people who got infected, these are all melee warriors, right?
I mean, they don't have any of their weapons on them.
Right.
they have since been disrobed. They don't, they've been disrobed. They are like basically the only thing that's protecting their decency is like a cloth over the waist. Though even some of them don't really have that, as they're basically being examined and trying to assess wounds.
I assume that, going out on a limb, Gal is like not completely familiar, but slightly familiar with orc combat tactics.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah.
Dasher would ask, how many of these people were close range fighters versus long range?
These were our scouts, our hunters. They normally use spears, bows.
These were mid-range, not frontline. Got it.
It's not great news.
They work mostly. They can work in melee fighting, but they also have ranged options.
Well, what I was trying to get at is
how close they were.
They were at a distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And still got exposed.
Yeah, basically they were like skirmishers, kind of like skirmishers, like hit and run.
It seemed to me that it was more drawn out.
Yeah.
They weren't strong enough to try and end it quickly, so it became more of a battle of attrition, and they lost. So that says a bit of something, since they're still alive. It's not an overwhelming force.
We might need to act soon.
That was the plan.
As you're, for Nox, as you're, like, keeping an eye out looking at the bodies, eventually there is...
You said that come the morning, the wind's gonna be blowing west, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe it was west. Or...
Looking...
I remember it went one way, and then basically it was flipping to the opposite way.
Oh, I thought it was blowing west, and then it was going south.
It started south. It's currently going south.
No, it was supposed to go south in the morning. That's why we were talking about making an alternate route there.
So, looking at the actual wounds, if I actually get a really close look, does it look like there's any actual visible, like, fungus on the wound?
With a 17, no. If there was any, it has since been, like the bodies have been cleaned. If there was any fungus, it was presumably either, like, scraped off or
okay,
removed.
So if so if this fungus infection is... If this fungus infection has a core, it's inside the body. Got it?
Yes, it isn't. It seems to be internal.
I'll explain to Dasher what I explained to Urzel as well.
Yeah, and you do see, looking over the bodies, now that you're looking at them now, there is, like, there does seem to be one, sort of in the far end that's, like, and there is a small amount of condensation sort of around, like, the spine column, getting closer to the head. All of it seems to be minor traces. Like, not like, super grown, developed.
No, I turn towards Nox. He might need treatment immediately.
Seeing the trajectory of where it's headed, I immediately point out to Urzel that that's the one that's most at risk right now. That once it reaches the area that it's headed for, he might not be himself anymore.
I will go get protection quickly.
Do I know anything, and I mean just anything in my previous experience? I doubt it, because I'm pretty sure this is the first time Nox has experienced this, but do I know anything from previous that would give me any kind of inclining as to how to treat this?
I guess, yeah, roll another medicine check for me.
I really want the solution just to be maybe Dasher can breathe radiant fire on them.
I don't know how well that's gonna work. 11. I
Not
mean,
great.
you're familiar with fungal infections. Like that's nothing
Well, yeah.
you've never heard. It's something you haven't. It's not unheard of. Though this definitely seems more advanced and seems to be like, rather than sticking in one place and just growing in a wound, this is like laying low, trying to spread through the body before it starts to take
it's
root.
sentient.
Oh, hold up. Going with my family's history with undead, does this look like some sort of pathogen that would turn them undead?
At this stage, even with a 17, like, the only way you'd really be able to know is if, they die and start walking back up. As for...
But does it look like anything similar to what my family in the past had dealt with?
You don't recognize anything. You don't, like, this doesn't seem similar to anything.
Right, this doesn't look like anything from the old textbooks back home?
Nope, not at all. And for Nox, sentient might not necessarily be the right word, but there is definitely some level of it is targeting. It's either targeting or is attracted to certain points of the body, or even as another possibility, it could be magical in origin or magical in.
Oh yes, that's what I mean by sentient.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Like it's got a goal.
Yes. Yeah, and as that happens. Mother, is that you?
Yep.
As the head kind of the head kind of turns, looking in direction, like turned towards you, Nox. As you kind of look nearby them. This is the most infected guy, by the way.
Yeah. Sadly, I am not, dear.
I'm going to be right back. As Gal leaves the tent.
The guy kind of like turns back to look back up at the ceiling. I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
Okay, we're already at that point. Okay. Oh boy. Is he currently being treated? Like, are they currently in the process of treating the infection?
Right now, after the information you've given, looks like they're basically the shamans are trying to like busy themselves with like applying protection and like getting more stuff in the room to like help mitigate any sort of spread.
Well, understandable, but I mean, like, is he already being treated with like remedies and things like that?
Yeah, no one's directly treating him right now. Though you can see like he has been treated. Like some of the wounds have been closed up with like sap and other things, like the major ones.
To be 100% certain, it is clear that he's speaking in Orcish and not Common, right?
Correct. Yes. He is speaking.
Okay,
He is speaking
just
in
making
Orcish.
sure
Nox,
so that
Nox
I
understands. Yes.
Just making sure that my character does not react.
Oh yeah. For the game, we were clarify. He said basically, "Mother, is that you?" And then afterwards said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't save you."
Yeah, no. So I'm just trying to make it so I don't want Dasher to react to this because he doesn't know what is being said. I needed it to be made perfectly clear for me that Dasher does not know.
Gal's gonna walk back in, tap Nox on the shoulder, but hey, can I get the eye thing you can do real fast?
Mm-hmm. Since it's up, well, hold on. I also want to tell Urzel, like, any remedies, anything that I know for treating fungal infections before I step out of the tent. And tell her that, like, he needs to be treated now.
Right, yeah. Like at this point it would be mostly like either herbal remedies or some other method of introducing certain substances.
Anything and everything I can think of that might in any way slow the spread or slow the severity.
Dasher is also going to leave the tent,
and then I will follow Gal out since I've got 10 minutes on it.
Yeah, no, I'm also following.
And at that point, she starts like issuing commands to some of the other nurses to basically like get some herbs, get some stuff burning, to help in the room.
And I follow Gal out.
God, no, I also follow.
So I have an idea. I don't have enough visual range to do this without your help.
What do you need?
That eye thing you can do.
I see. I'll tap Gal and give him Eyes of Night.
Thank you. He's gonna go over and he's gonna as high as he can get.
And what?
Okay. Climb as high as you can.
Ah.
Didn't. Well, on a positive note, that didn't look like any sort of zombie plague.
Not yet, but it will be once it reaches his brain.
Oh, that's just fantastic.
Yup. It's already trying to
Oh
take
God,
over.
I'm going to have to write down notes for later, aren't I? Send that back
Probably.
home.
Depending on what kind of creature or thing that we encounter when we get there, this is going to be much more tricky than I originally anticipated.
My brother is going to want information on that.
No, that's understandable. If we make it out of here alive, that is.
Nox, if you could
No.
also roll a... actually, never mind. Sorry.
What?
Never mind.
What'd I do? What am I in trouble?
No. Sorry, you're fine.
scared.
My family has a bit of history with undead and undeath.
It's not exactly undeath. Let me be clear.
Oh
It's
no,
being controlled by a separate entity.
I am
don't have to
completely
be dead to be
aware.
controlled.
He still would want to know so that we can actually keep up records.
Understandable. I'm just letting you know it's not an undead entity. It's
My
quite
family
literally
is-
being controlled. Dead or alive.
My family is part of the reason why necromancy is illegal back home in the
Understandable.
Empire. I feel very uncomfortable.
Now's quite possibly not the best time to talk about it.
And one other detail, I'll get to you in a minute, Gal, I do recall. One other detail I kind of neglected to mention as you were very quickly leaving the tent, like, oh boy, let's go. For Nox, as the head turned over to look at you, as much as they kind of like were very like groggily, hazily trying to open them, the pupils also seem to be like dilated, like wide.
Ah, fuck. Of course they are. Of course they are.
Like,
Of
They're always
course.
dilated.
Fuck.
He's high on the Slevin.
Now I'll have you roll a nature check.
Me?
Either nature or survival.
Okay.
14. You're not necessarily sure if it is
DMCA.
specifically... hush. You're not necessarily sure if this is, like, mind control or undead specifically. Though looking at some of his reactions, it may or may not be either hallucinogenic or otherwise affecting the nervous system in the brain to cause some weird shit happening.
I was about to say, how high did he look?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean,
I know
to be
one
fair,
guy-
his body
Hey,
wasn't moving a
Renegamer.
whole lot, but, like...
Can I make a nature check to contact Renegamer and ask him what I should do?
I'm not
I'm
sure
not
that's how it
Narcanning
works,
him.
buddy. I'm
Well,
not sure
hold
how
on,
that's how
I-
it
Can I
works.
call? Can I
Can I
call a
phone a
friend?
Hold on, I want a connected mind to someone outside of universe, specifically the Hookah Lounge in Carson City.
No, sorry, man.
Transdimensional doctor here.
Doctor here.
Thank
Oh
you,
no,
Jack.
don't go to the transdimensional doctor. Go to the guy who owns a hookah lounge.
No, don't trust.
Fair enough. All right, so Gal, as you climb up into the tree, at this point the sun has since crept over the hills and like things are fairly well illuminated. Like at this point it's probably like around what 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. Like you can see
Holy-
pretty hefty.
We've been here for 7 hours.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Part-
we've been
part
there
of
that long.
Part of that was the walk here.
Yeah.
Granted.
I mean, that
So, like-
only
part of the reason I wanted to do this
an
as
hour
soon
and
as
a half?
possible.
Yeah. We wouldn't have been there that long. Like, we
Yeah.
haven't been there
Actually,
that long.
Sorry, that's a good point. That's a good point. Probably would it be more like 6 o'clock in the morning, which nonetheless that is
Okay,
still like
that makes
Okay,
sense.
that's
still-
more reasonable.
That's still enough time for like the sun at this point is almost like entirely out at this point. Like there's the oranges and pinks are starting to fade into the background of the horizon as the sun
Dasher
begins
is-
to rise.
Dasher's
Okay.
gonna start doing minor stretching. He's not doing the full workout.
Nice.
I have
Nervous
two
stretching.
things. How tall is this tree?
This big old tree in the middle of camp.
Yes.
You definitely do get a few egregious looks as you just start climbing up it, but they don't stop you.
That's not what I asked.
I know, but nonetheless, that's something you
They
would
can go
notice as you
fuck
start
themselves.
climbing.
I'm busy.
Oh yeah. So the tree itself, as you start climbing, is probably about like maybe 45 feet high.
Alright, is it the tallest tree in just this general area?
It's the tallest tree in camp, to say at least.
Okay, hold up. Let me grab the marker tool so I can, like, this general area.
If there are any other, like, looking from, well, first off, roll an athletics check to climb. You're probably gonna do it fine, but on the off chance.
I'm gonna... God damn it.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
fine. Yeah, this ain't your first rodeo, as you just kind of start hoofing
Why
it.
are you even making me roll athletics checks for this anymore?
If you're rolling that one, and it would be funny.
Now I'm just imagining Gal doing the same pose as Ty Varkel in his alt art
Afraid I'm not familiar.
Don't know
for
who
from
that
Magic
is.
the Gathering. I'm gonna post it in private in the group chat.
I just like to think he climbs up and goes into like the Assassin's Creed kind of pose, like leaning out, like looking on at the
This
world.
pose.
We gotta have a leap of faith going on here.
Hilarious. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Like
Uh.
half leaning out of the tree, looking out, like
Yeah.
very like Peter Pan looking kind of pose.
Yeah, that pose. I'm just imagining him doing that.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Gal
Yeah.
is then going to conjure up spyglass, Blubby,
Mm-hmm.
Blubby!
and get a good
Yes!
look at all this.
Fair enough. Looking out, I would like you to roll a perception check with advantage.
Blubby!
17 with the power of Blubby! Yes, as your aqueous, cuttlefish-esque, being, or companion, starts kind of floating up and then just kind
I like
of
to think that
manipulates...
his spyglass form is a barracuda.
It kind of looks like it as they kind of lengthen out, and then the mouth opens wide with like a spherical water bubble in the middle for you to look out like a freaking periscope. As you just hold up the tail end to look your way through, you look out at the back of the Onak, at least from this position. It's not like a direct top-down, really. You can't, unfortunately, see the floor that well, even from the height of the tree. Though you can at least tell, like, some of the bushes and some of the trees nearby, like, looks like their leaves are starting to, like, I mean, of course it's autumn, so, you know, like, again, leaves are falling. But, like, a lot of them seem, some of the trees seem a bit more barren, or seem like a bit more discolored than you'd really want them to be. There's, looking down towards, like, the base, and, like, from what bushes and, like, ground cover you can kind of make out in the shade, there is a slight bit of a clearing around a certain section, and then around that there seems to be this sort of, like, grayish kind of tinge
If
to the leaves
anything
and to the grass.
fucking moves, I want to know about it.
For now, other than the swaying of the trees in the wind, there is no, like, there is nothing moving or crawling on the back of it that you can see.
Okay. So that gray tinge, does that look unusual?
Definitely doesn't look normal. Like it should. It doesn't look like it should be there.
Do not like. Do not like.
So it's on towards
It
like
is
the
on-
back.
Yeah, it's on the back, closer-ish to, like, the, almost, like, between the shoulder blades.
Oh, that's bad.
Like, on the back. That's where, like, the majority of, like, maybe, like, just off to the, off to the left of, like, with the dead center.
On a scale, can I determine on a scale of, oh, that's not good to, oh, we're fucked, is that?
Roll either. This is a very large creature. I'll say if we're looking at the plants, this would be either nature or survival. If you're about like if the animal's fucked or not, looking at what traits you have, that would be either animal handling or medicine. 12. Whatever is on the back of this creature. I mean, of course, it's hard to tell from this distance, but like,
Yeah.
You don't see any like open wounds or anything like that on the creature. So like, if it did somehow get into the bloodstream or whatever, like, it wouldn't have been from anything like that, unless it got inhaled in, which of course you can't tell that from here.
Yeah, no.
However, like, most of it seems to be surface level. Like, looking at the grayish tinge of the trees, like the trees and the bushes and whatnot, it seems to be something growing on the back of it, not necessarily in it yet.
So I'm only able to see this from my vantage point, yeah?
Right.
Okay.
Like, it takes a moment for you to recognize, like, wait, which of these hills are the... Oh, right there it is. Like, it takes a moment to even figure out, like, which one of these is the Onak, because it's actually pretty good at camouflaging. Like, it's basically kind of, like, gotten down on its stomach and then curled in its legs, and it just looks like a hill. Like, if it just turns its head. Like, it's surprisingly good at blending in with the environment, other than, like, oh, hey, that looks slightly different. Oh, wait, there's the gray. Okay, yep, there it is. That's probably the Onak.
Okay, so it's a not good. It's doesn't seem like it's a we're fucked.
Not necessarily, though. Further evidence and further proof might be required.
Okay.
And
So I'm gonna put it as a firm, probably pretty bad.
Yep.
Fair enough. So,
Definite
Okay.
possibility.
And that's the only thing out of sorts that I can see on this thing.
yeah, if you want to get any more information, you probably have to get closer.
Yeah, right. That's fair. Going down.
Fair enough. Woo! Sliding your way down.
Well, this has been happening
Three-point
before
landing.
my vision ends. Can I make my way over to the edge of camp, like the quarantined area, and just like observing the people around there with that same sense? Do I get the same sense that they are also infected?
Looking around, roll a perception check.
Wait, hold up. Fuck, I can't. Because if the wind hasn't gone south yet.
Yeah.
Well, it's early morning, so we're
Yeah, I
probably looking
believe-
at it's already that direction.
Yeah, like, but if I recall correctly, and we could be wrong, originally it was blowing in a westerly direction.
Hold up, I can check.
Oh, that's a good point. If someone wants to quickly check the vase, if possible.
Hold up, I'll do that.
I believe it was this, and don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe originally it was heading a different direction, somewhere more westward, and then by the time the wind would shift in the morning, it would be going in a southeasterly kind of direction.
Yes, that's what I recall.
I believe. If not, well, cross the bridge. But nonetheless, for now, this is what we're working with.
Yeah, hold up.
And
let me check.
with a 14, doing a quick glance around, luckily you don't notice any particulates or anything in the air,
which is good. Nor do you note, like, looking around at any of, like, the workers or any people, any of the tribes folk around, they don't seem to be either infected or having any sort of, like, weird symptoms, or anything like that. So far, everything seems to be good. Everything seems to be cool. You don't see, if there are any traces, they would be so minute, it would be barely noticeable. Got it? Okay.
Okay, so... yesterday it was blowing south, so yes, that is there. It is going to start blowing north here soon.
Okay, so it is switching
that was
entirely.
Correct, yes. Okay, that does sound correct.
Okay.
I just checked the VUD.
Thank you.
Yeah. But nonetheless, even after last night with people sleeping, going around about the place, you don't see any signs of infection, at least in the people. Nor do you see any, like, nor do you see really any, like, concentration or any sort of particulates in the air.
That's always a plus.
I love having thoughts.
Occasionally I have them. Alright. Anything else that the party wishes to do? In terms of application?
Why have thoughts when you can have a loving relationship?
My only relationship is with the thirst for knowledge! Sorry.
Gal's gonna walk up to Nox and be like, we might got a small problem.
Oh, it's more than small, but tell me.
Cast exposition.
Well, fuck.
Right.
We could really use Kumal for this one. I really wish he hadn't gotten smashed, because surprisingly enough, in consulting with Plorp, I cast exposition.
Pans back over to Kumal, who's still like sleeping in the tree, and like a kid comes up to poke him with a stick, and the man is just, and the kid just runs off.
Nice.
Gal looks down at all of the weaponry he has that does slashing damage.
Yep.
Yep.
Gal pulls out his club, like, well, hello there, old friend.
Pull out what, sorry?
His club.
Ah, fair enough.
I also want to make sure that Dasher also knows this information.
Okay, what am I being told?
What Plorp told me last session, pretty much that slashing, piercing damage. I think piercing damage was part of that too, is that right?
Slashing, piercing, like anything that would rupture the flesh, of the fungus.
I wasn't planning on...
I know you weren't planning on it, but the most important part I'm about to tell you. It's going to be resistant to necrotic and very susceptible to fire. However, we have to use fire very carefully, considering we are possibly injuring their neck in doing so.
What about radiant fire?
That is one that I am not sure of myself.
I'm pretty sure that's still technically fire.
Not...
Yes, indeed,
Actually...
Reneggamer. Punching mushrooms also doesn't typically go well either.
But they are soft to punch.
That is true, but nonetheless, it's like popping a water balloon of sickness.
When I use my Dragon's Breath for Radiance, it at first glance looks like a beam, but it's actually just concentrated radiant fire.
No, I understand. I'm just saying. I'm not sure if it's going to be as effective as regular fire. That is something we're going to have to find out.
I could have spread as much.
I mean,
yes. Say that. As Dasher's just starting to really get into his minor workout.
Okay, so has the wind shifted yet?
At this point, it would have, yes. Okay,
so, how long does the Eyes of Night last?
1 hour.
Okay, Gal's going to, as quickly as possible, make his way over here. Over here. Whoa.
Wait, quick question.
Over
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, I was making the marking where which way the wind is blowing.
That's north?
Yeah, north is this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
The river.
Because we still don't have a compass yet. Nature.
The Kriok River. Okay, the Kriok River flows north.
I know, but we need a cardinal compass, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Never eat
I thought
shredded wheat.
No, because I thought this way was directly.
So
Yes,
he did
yes, this is
cha-
directly
And the
north.
square is here.
It's like okay, that's like it's moving in a northeaster. It's like moving in a northwesterly direction. Unless I did say straight north.
You said straight north.
Okay, in that case, my apologies. Yeah, in that case, it would be.
Watch back.
That and also it's like if we want to get technical, looking at air currents, like it would like be passing through this valley and up, so it would technically kind of have like a kind of whatever fucking air current. You guys are in a valley, fucking at me. Don't fucking.
Yeah, no, Gal's gonna get up here and he's gonna do the same thing.
Okay, if you want to use valley logic,
Like, oh my god, Valley logic.
God fucking damn it.
Valley.
Sorry,
I was gonna say the
Ah.
wind
I
was.
had to see it coming.
I was going to say the wind is going to stick towards the deepest point of the valley as well as around the mountainous parts of the valley. So like the walls of the valley and the deep part of the valley.
So it would like basically go through like here and here, like
Yes.
passing kind of like almost like a river, kind of going through.
Yes.
That's true. Which would put it on course with the colony, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Which is the problem.
Noted. Anyway,
As someone who actually lives as someone who actually lives in a valley, we have we have a lot of wind.
And just start doing research on wind currents now.
Thanks, nature.
Fucking sucks.
Congratulations
Dude,
on
you
getting you
gotta make
guys
me do
to
fucking
educate
homework.
yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Also, with the potential of hypercanes in this archipelago,
Well, that's sort of
we
but yeah.
we might eventually have problems with the wind in general.
That's eventually.
That's later. But nonetheless.
I want to go home.
so Gal, you said you're moving
almost worse.
around the south side of the Onak and heading towards the hill.
Yeah, he's going here.
Okay. Another perception.
With advantage.
Indeed, because I said plorp because of Blubby. 20 natural 20 for a 27.
Turns out you didn't need Blubby's advantage.
What do my elven eyes see?
You're no
They
elf.
see
I
Jack.
God
am
damn
an
it.
elf.
You.
Yeah, no, he is part elf.
I know.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Very, very long ago.
Yeah. Like it's only like a generation or two back. Anyway, so with a natural 20, looking out at the in the Onak, it's hard to get the right angle to really get like basically the perfect kind of money shot to look right into this clearing. Though looking into it, you can actually make out what looks to be the mushroom cap of whatever fungus this is. And
Bingo.
yeah, it looks to be standing about like it is rooted in the ground, but still, it's probably standing at about like 10, 12 feet high. Like this is a large mushroom. It basically be classified as a large creature. And you can definitely also see what almost seems to be a very like primitive eye, sort of towards the base of the stalk, as well as also there's a lot of these different like the hyphae and like grooves and ridges and like compartments inside of the fungus, where presumably is carrying copious amounts of spores. As well as whatever, like thing was causing this necrotic damage to occur to these people.
So it is sentient. Told you.
So is it near the gray patch?
It's in the center of the gray patch.
Oh, good.
On the Onak,
All
right?
Okay.
Yes, on the back of the Onak.
Oh no, we're dealing with a myconid, aren't we?
This you don't see any arms or legs. It's just a big old mushroom with what looks like an eye on it.
But yeah, you said an eye, so
So-
myconids can hide their arms and limbs.
So from
Anyway,
from the two
uh,
vantage points that I had, would I be able to determine how big this like clearing is?
Let me with the natural 20 especially. Let me actually look. Now the center. Well, you could pretty much tell at this point, like the gray section that's currently growing around, like the ferns and like vines and bushes and like sort of starting to spread to the trees. You're pretty sure that's mycelium of some kind.
Yeah. Wait, Gal wouldn't know what that is.
Well, the little spindly fiber bits that come out of mushrooms.
I know what it is.
Well, for how Gal would perceive it, because he's worked with enough mushrooms to know, like, oh, there's weird spindly bits on those things.
Ah, plant brain.
Indeed. The widest section, because it's kind of like oblong, a little bit.
Okay.
The widest section,
if you could give me...
it's about a 30 to 35 foot radius.
Okay, so would you be able to give me a like an example on the map?
Nox begins brewing fluconazole.
Like, just zoom out a little bit and like put it like right there. If you can't, that's fine.
Probably not. I probably can't really. Like,
so more like egg shaped.
Yeah, like it's like vaguely like it's only slightly ovular. Like it's mostly circular with like maybe like a little bit of an amoeboid like kind of like patch that's growing in like a certain section, like a little outward.
Ew, I don't like this.
And you said 35?
About approximately between 30 and 35.
Okay.
Hey, Nature, I don't like this.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It's a mushroom.
I don't like this creation you've made.
It's a mushroom. It does it does the whole mycelium thing. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, Nature.
Yes.
Usually, there's a part of the mushroom that when you kill that, you kill the whole entire mushroom.
Maybe.
Going back to thinking about how you cook and prepare mushrooms, would I be able to use my cooking utensils check?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Hold up, let me get...
Yes, I'm doing that.
I would say,
get
using
back
your
first.
cook's utensils, you can confirm that you probably don't want to directly eat this thing without cooking it.
No, using a cooking utensils check to think back on, what part of the mushroom you basically kill off before actually basically preparing the mushroom to be eaten.
I'll say... God. Sure.
I love
That's
Gal's
some
high
abstract
perception.
knowledge.
A wisdom check using your cook's utensils.
Oh my god.
Great. If I had an inspiration, I'd give you advantage.
You know what? I'm giving myself advantage. I'm using my inspiration.
Dang!
God.
17.
Good thing I mentioned something.
advantage. That's a 17. Let me actually look something else up real quick.
So I know that there's a part of the mushroom that if you kill it off, it basically kills the whole entire mushroom.
See, I did not know this. You're teaching me a thing.
So
Gal's gonna walk back and he's gonna be like, so you know how I'm the best, right?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Well, too bad I found it.
The mushroom, yes, we know it's exactly on the Onyx back. Congrats.
Yeah, well, I know exactly where it is.
I assumed it was fairly large.
I saw it, and he's going to describe it.
Does not sound good.
So I did just look up how to kill mushrooms.
How to kill mushrooms.
Because
How to kill-
normally with how mushrooms work, the actual head, you know, the stalk and the head of the mushroom
Yeah.
is typically like the surface, like that.
Yeah.
That is those
Yeah.
are the reproductive bits. Of the
We
mushroom.
need soap and water.
We need a lot of soap.
I have-
We're gonna wash the shit out of this Onak.
Yes,
have-
actually, that's one way you can actually kill the mushroom.
Okay, so with the 17, the part that you really want to target is presumably there would be like main ball of mycelium, like roots, quote unquote root system, underneath the head of the mushroom, to basically make sure it doesn't grow back after you kill the head.
We basically need to kill the underneath of the cap.
Yes.
Or the underneath of the underneath of the stem.
The underneath of this, basically the mycelium root ball center, quote unquote, under the stem, which technically would mean that it is partially buried in the Onak.
The Onak.
Yes.
Yeah.
We might we definitely have a problem.
Which is fair. Most of the back seems to be either
I cast exposition by using a key point that I instantly regain because I cast
There you go.
exposition.
So, I know this might be a bit of a stretch, but how anchored did that thing seem in there?
We're going to have to hurt the Onak to get it out.
No.
You think? Okay, with a nat 20, you know what? High or low?
Dasher, help!
High or
You know
low?
what? Because we're dealing with mushrooms, let's go low because I don't want to get high.
Nice. 15. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell whether or not, it can uproot itself and move, or it can if the main body can uproot itself and then reconnect with its mycelial kind of network system.
Yeah, I was more so asking if
How easy is it to
it
chop
seemed
off?
immobile. No, I have ways of moving things.
If it
Wanna
is
make
able
'em
to
bust a
move, it
move?
probably can't move
Yeah,
very
no.
fast.
Oh no, I just need to know how anchored it is.
Fair enough.
If
I mean,
we can,
the only thing I could say is that with a natural 20, you can tell at least it can it has some motor functions.
Okay.
But whether or not it
uproot
can
it.
actually walk, well, we'll have to see if how it works in action.
if we can uproot it, we can basically just take. We can basically just take the core of the roots.
Well,
More of it.
all I need is one good hit, and I can probably get it about 25 feet from where it is now.
Interesting. And yet it's resistant to most of your types of damage.
Not one is gonna fucking launch a rippling orb into the ground.
There's a spray of mud.
Oh, Cal.
A few of the other orcs nearby look displeased.
I could have thought that they're better.
Could have.
Yeah, now there's
But
just
they
kind of a
didn't,
hole that's
so-
filled with mud in the middle of the walkway.
He's gonna do the thing where he tries to cover it up. But
Yeah,
there's,
he'll shove a bit
nothing.
more mud in there, oh wait, shit. So, is there anything else that the party wishes to do? Also, I forgot to actually move the token over to where they are in the can. Boop. Wait. Boop.
Should we tell? I think that's
Who?
the name. Oh, the shaman we were talking to.
Basil?
Yes, her. I'm very sorry.
Probably
Probably
wise
let
to relay
her
all
know.
information to her, yes.
We go to her, and we cast a whole bunch of exposition? Question mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's... After a certain point, she just kind of sits down, just trying to take it all in.
Probably wise.
Don't worry. We should be able to deal with it semi-effectively, as long as
I
nothing
see.
bad happens.
Sorry. Dasher, I presume that's you that's trying to make the fucking compass rose on the map.
Where?
Check. Look at the river.
Loving this is great.
Oh my god, I love it! Yes, thank you! Thank you! Dasher, beautiful work. 10
Oh,
points to
this is
you.
great.
Amazing. Anyways, yeah, Urzul just kind of nods. I will speak to the chieftain, and at this rate, the shamans have been told we have set incense and herbs to hopefully treat whatever wounds and sickness they might have, so that it does not spread further. But now only time will tell.
I'm sorry to ask, but you wouldn't happen to have like a mole or something?
A what?
It's like a really. It's like a really big hammer.
Oh, a mole. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like.
Weapons.
Okay,
Though
sorry.
We have weapons, though I do not know if there are many that our tribe are able or willing to give. We only have so many to give to our scouts, anyways.
I mean, if you're able to get me one, that's great. If you can't, that's fine.
I'm afraid what you have already is just only works about as well as what we already have.
That's fine.
Could always
thought
get a
I'd
big
ask.
stick.
I would love to give you something, but
Well, I
Resources
could do
were-
something. I'd prefer not to, but
Could get a big stick.
I could have sword.
as long as you speak softly and carry a big stick.
Gal's not a fan of ass swording.
Oh yeah. I was about to say you can't do that.
He can. He doesn't like doing it, but he can.
I do not understand this.
So half swording is
Technique.
where
Sword technique,
you
basically
grab your
bludgeoning.
sword by the blade and use it like basically a baseball bat.
Yes,
Yeah.
you beat someone with either like the guard or the pommel. They actually used to do with armor, typically.
Yeah.
But yeah, the more you know. So,
Soon as Gal's like, oh fuck, I have to do that.
is there any
Put
more
some
preparations?
gloves on.
Yeah, is there any more preparations the party wishes to do before moving on to either checking out the ONAC or doing something else?
None that I could think of
We
at the
should
moment.
probably just wait
For
Umal and Farron to get back.
I'll say
doubt
for this
that's
if
gonna happen.
I'll say for this if we want to I'll say if we want to if you guys want to investigate the ONAC, we can probably stop it right before combat. If combat would start right before it normally would.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else?
It's fine with me.
Okay.
Alright, so in that case, as Urzul goes off to basically like warn the chieftain and to talk about the what has transpired here today, you guys make your way.
This good morning.
You guys make your way over to the ONAC.
It's gonna be a really good morning because someone's gonna fucking die.
All right, so
Guys,
I will say-
so my mixer died for some reason.
Oh
Bro, Reggie.
So, there's your rose compass.
I love it,
Yes,
and
yes,
it's
yes.
beautiful,
Yes,
and
we
it's
We
fantastic.
commented that
I
before.
love it.
Dasher is going to take out his costume set and cover up as much as possible.
Okay.
Since we are going towards the Onak.
Yeah, you definitely have plenty of fabric to basically wrap up into a very traditional, like, old Dragonborn kind of attire, like with the hijab basically and everything.
He does not have gloves. He does not have traditional gloves. He instead takes out, like, what could be best described as Nylar gloves for cooking.
Yeah, you look a little goofy, but I mean, hey, whatever works works.
I was gonna like make sure that Typhoon's all safe with her mask on.
Oh, wait. Oh shit, I actually forgot that. I thought the Typhoon stayed behind.
It's gonna be incredibly
Seems to be with
awkward.
me.
It's gonna be incredibly awkward the moment I change damage types. The gloves are just gonna burn off, essentially.
So, I suppose in that case, as a Typhoon throughout this whole process has been fairly quiet, and she probably wouldn't have even come inside inside the medical tent and would have stayed outside.
Yeah, I assumed as much on that part.
Yeah, she seems like you know how she normally acts. She seems quiet.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Just stay behind us.
Yeah, we'll do great.
We'll
Nothing
definitely
will
do
just-
something.
Because nothing bad will happen.
Don't
Not if I
say
have
that.
anything to say about it.
I just hope that you're right.
Yeah, sure.
When am I wrong? Don't answer that.
She gives you a knowing look, like.
Don't answer that.
As much as I hate to say this, but you lead.
Alright, I should probably head in front. Typhoon, you're with Nox.
Typhoon, you don't look so good. Did you have a stomachache? Something?
Not a stomachache. I'm okay. It's just everything.
A bleak outcome.
You look a little bit pale.
Yeah.
All the things we've
Dasher
been through.
thinks
I doubt
that
this
Typhoon
is
isn't. Dasher thinks Typhoon isn't nervous, but sick.
Out of all the things we've been through, I doubt this is anywhere near the worst.
I'll stick near Nox. Alright, so, in that case, move on over to the map. Heading in from the south side. You can
I assume
barely...
Gal's gonna head up the lead.
Yeah. This is a bit of an incline. Like, this is where basically the body of the Onak kind of starts. Like, this sort of, like, more brown spot.
So, do we want to set up the marching order here?
Sure. Who's going?
I
first?
see the littlest bit of a token.
Indeed. All right, Gal is taking the lead. Who's behind?
I will follow behind Gal.
Ah, there it is.
Boop.
Actually, can I see through these trees?
It's kind of uphill and like looking kind of through the foliage, but you can make
Oh,
out
we got
the head.
Fix Typhoon's HP.
Oh yeah. I also noticed that your HP as well was a little weird.
Mine?
Yeah, like it was showing you, like your token was showing your level 1 HP. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Did that to Kumal last week.
Yeah, it was at 12.
I fucking hope it's not 12.
Yeah,
My
it's-
token says it's fine.
Alright, I'll just... There we go.
Looks like all y'all are going down today.
Y'all going die today? No.
Oh, it's dealing necrotic damage? I have resistance to that bitch.
Okay, so we should probably be quiet. So do you want to go around this way or that way?
Your lead.
Alright, I'm going to say we start heading this way.
Okay. Are you guys making a group stealth check?
Sure. It's not gonna be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nox, you're wearing heavy armor, I believe.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
No.
Oh,
Gal
yeah,
is.
that's right.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no.
I got that breastplate. Don't got disadvantage on stealth checks no more.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
21.
21?
14.
12.
Beautiful. So,
Someone went to use their inspiration on that.
I used all my inspiration points. I got nothing left.
Gal,
I
do you
don't
have
have any.
inspiration? Damn it, we're out of inspiration.
Not for like 3 weeks.
We're out of
All right.
inspiration.
oh, also
Damn it.
Typhoon needs to roll stealth.
She's riding on me. She's fine.
Well, I mean, hopefully we're at a distance, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
Shouldn't be. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if session ends
It's a 13.
early, we can just play rollies.
All right, so, all right, you guys can continue to move as you see fit. Presumably, you guys are moving as a group.
Yes.
Yes.
I just following Gal. Gal, you slowly move where you going.
Yeah, I was gonna keep a very hard side eye on where he knows the thing is.
That's fair. Yeah, you're looking on, looking around at the this large, the large fungal entity that is currently residing on the back of the Onak. It doesn't seem to be moving, though that you can almost see it's like very faintly undulating, like.
No, why'd you have to use the word? Gross.
Like it's very faintly like swelling and then like shrinking again and then swelling
Yep.
again and then shrinking.
Yeah,
Yep.
Gal's gonna like have Blubby out and just every so often, like, make sure it's just staying there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like it isn't moving from its spot.
Yeah, well, Gal's not fucking with this, okay?
Looks like somebody. Sorry, it feels like somebody wants to sell me something. No. Right, gamer. Let me check something real quick.
Yes, I would like to sell you a bridge. Pulls out teeth that.
I like to sell you. I like to sell you the Golden Gate Bridge. But yeah, you guys still.
I don't think the joke was gotten.
I got it.
I
I got
meant
it.
a dental
It was the tooth
bridge.
joke. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
fuck off.
I'm just gonna have both Typhoon and Gal marked, but Typhoon's with Nox,
That's fine.
so that they're easier to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're just
for now,
coming along.
you guys have reign of the map.
We're making a way.
Making away.
Just gonna move a little bit faster.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to. I say as soon as we try and get on the other side of this thing, we. Oh, wait, hold up. Which way's north on this map?
I mean,
More
That
accurately,
way?
which way was the eye facing?
Oh shit. The eye, currently. Actually, let me before I say that answer, let me check something real quick.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Thank you.
Yeah, because you're the one that saw it.
That's ooh.
no. I'm trying.
As you see,
Oh, there it is.
Well, apparently that doesn't work.
Let's see.
I don't like that.
You're good. Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, it's the eye is currently pointed like almost in like this kind of direction, in a like southwesterly-ish.
Okay, so avoid this. Got it. Because the wind's blowing this way. It's looking this way.
I just need to get within 30 feet.
Not right now, you want.
Oh, I know, not right now. When we are in position and ready to do this, I need to be within 30 feet.
Boop, 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 boop.
At least while we're here, we should look for a good point to deal with it. So I say it'd be best if we come from over this way.
No, that's the way it's looking.
No,
Going above it. Like maybe like here? Here? This area maybe?
A good salesman
Where?
sees in all directions. Look, poor.
Like maybe around in like this area?
Oh, okay.
It's a little difficult for the whale, the D&D whale, to look poor.
I was about to ask if you actually climb up that that way.
No, I was just showing him where I think it would be best to go.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw that ruler, Nature. You put that shit back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw it.
Okay, so this spot has.
I think it saw me.
This spot is some pretty good cover.
Arranged?
For us approaching.
Could work, yes.
Hold on, let me move Typhoon out the way so you can get a better look at my vantage point on the map.
Oh, I don't see it at all.
Yeah, let me move
Yeah.
the map. Yeah, it's a bit. Here we go.
No, I'm talking about like.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't see it, and assuming that with that it can't see us.
Hopefully.
So this would probably be the best way to approach. That clearing over there would probably be the best way to initiate a confrontation.
This whole time, I want to keep my eyes out for anything underfoot or like any small spore pockets or little mushroom friends.
I see. Noted. Okay. If you would like to roll perception, I will allow it.
I'm also rolling perception for the same exact thing.
You know what? I'll do it too.
Party!
Advantage.
Eyes
is king.
peeled.
Rolled a 3.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. You guys still have free reign of the map.
I think. Ooh, I would like to actually from walking around this thing. Would I be able to be able to tell where the fight might have happened?
Roll another perception.
Vantage.
You know what?
Um,
I'm gonna argue for survival.
I think it would
If-
be investigation,
if-
though.
I would say yes if you were closer.
Also, do we want Gal making an investigation check?
No.
No, touche.
Exactly.
So looking at where the fight probably happened, probably somewhere around like, oop, pull out the roller, like this area,
Okay.
and then
So
they
they
presumably
got
like retreated.
in-
They retreated and like ran back off like through the
Okay,
trees.
so they got in close for that.
How big is the gray patch?
At like I described to Gal, at its radius is approximately somewhere between 30 and 35 feet in diameter.
Okay.
You guys just let me know when we're headed in there.
I think we should head back for now.
Yeah.
The longer we wait, the more energy it's drawing.
Well, yes, but we don't have
Wait. Where's Farron?
half the party. Wait, where is Farron?
You guys didn't notice he wasn't with
Cut
us.
to Farron, still still asleep in bed.
None of you noticed he wasn't with us.
His vulture's probably pecking at his feet, trying to get him up.
Kind of busy carrying Kumal over here.
I just thought you
acronym
left him
only
for a
eating
good
tycoon.
reason.
No.
I thought you didn't wake him up because you didn't want him investigating the Onak or something.
I thought someone else was going to grab him.
Alright. Good to know for the future. Wake up, Farron. I thought he had elected to stay back or some situation as that.
Don't look at me, I was working on Nox's birthday present.
What, you're working on me a birthday present? Wait, you told me that!
Yes,
Shit.
I told you that earlier.
Shit,
Wait,
now I need
it's
to
your
work on a
birthday?
present. Our birthdays are coming up.
Both of yours?
Yes.
We're on... The Fates are playing games where we have the same birthday, apparently. What was that?
Don't know. Drawing mall.
Yeah, you open. You look in the direct. I presume you start looking around. The eyes point in the direction of you guys.
Of course it is.
Oh fuck.
Like it looks like as if rather than the body turning, it looks like the eye got absorbed in and then opened
Just plop on the other
reappeared on
side.
another open side. Yep.
Dasher gives a friendly wave.
I think with that, it's time to leave.
Yeah.
You two go first,
hold
I'll
up.
lead up the rear.
Looking at it, how intelligent does it look just by the way it's looking at us?
Insights.
Insight check. No.
It's a mushroom, so not really sure what to look for.
I try.
Sure.
Yeah, no, Dasher
24.
Whirly says,
Damn.
hello?
You're not sure if intelligence is really the right word to describe it, but it at the very least responded to stimuli.
Yep.
Dasher, we're leaving.
Yeah, no, let's go.
Wait, hold on. I just need to know something real quick. Okay, I gotta move my token for a second so that way I can...
No, what? Because that's actually how a good way to kill mushrooms. When we come back here, Dasher's bringing soap and water.
Dogs,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. Hold on. Maybe right there. Okay.
Okay.
You
Just eyeballing this real quick
You are
as we're
currently-
slowly making our exit.
Yeah, it is 70 feet from you currently.
Oh, I was going to where the outer edge of it was. That circle.
Oh.
Do I have to aim at the center of the circle?
Well, no, because you have to aim actually at in a square that it was taking up. Okay, now there you go. Now you're-
Okay.
Yeah, that's 70 feet
Okay.
away.
Okay.
Are you casting a spell? Because Dasher
If
at this
it-
point is
yeah,
about
it has
to
to be somewhere
step with
within.
the wind.
Yeah, it has to be partially somewhere within that radius.
Yeah, no. If you actually are going towards it, Dasher is step of the winding because we are leaving.
I'm just taking a single step forward.
That was more than a single step. That was 10 feet.
It's a big step.
That's
And
more like a
it's a big
jump.
I'm literally
big
going to
step
get my
uphill.
arm. I'm literally getting my arm within range. Like, just within range. And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame and book
Yeah,
it.
no, step of the wind.
Right.
I am already 80 feet away.
Yeah,
Alright, in that case,
I cast Sacred Flame, and now I'm running. I'm using my 30 feet of movement to run.
Alright, roll to hit.
Oh, it's a DC 14. That's on you.
Oh, right, it's, what's the save?
So no.
I think it's a DC 14 of
Hold
Dex.
No, I'm already off the map.
Did you click on that?
I just realized, because...
Alright, well, get to it. Well, I was gonna say, also, if you just want to sprint, that's 5 times your movement speed.
What's the range on this?
No,
okay.
so for me, if I dash, that's 80 feet. If I step of the wind, that's 120.
And if you sprint, that's way fucking more. Because you move 5 times your movement speed if you sprint.
If that's the case, then I'm already probably back at the village. That or probably back at,
Nonetheless, there's a dex save.
Oh,
Dex versus
As I'm
dex.
casting it, I want to pull my shield out and use Eyes of Weakness.
Okay.
Because I want to
So-
see what this guy's weak to. And I want to see what radiant
so it
damage
got a
does
soft
to it.
1.
Yeah. Yeah, tree. Surprise, tree.
Oh, so it's not dexterous at all.
So would you say
Surprise, tree.
it's two weakest?
Huh? Yes, the
It's two weakest
the
stats?
2 lowest stats.
Its 2 lowest stats are intelligence and charisma.
Ooh boy. Ooh boy.
It's a mushroom. I don't know what else to tell you. It doesn't have much going on in its head.
Damn it! If that was
oh
strength,
cool, so we
it'd be-
could probably intimidate, I could probably intimidation check it so that it leaves.
No,
If
this
it
thing
even-
needs to die.
If it even understands what the fuck you're saying.
What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, I don't need to,
As that
I don't need to
I'm
say
booking it
anything.
now.
As the beam goes off, there's a brief kind of like rustling of like the foliage before, by the chance there's even a chance to react. You're fucking booking. You're gone.
Yeah, that was fucking gone too. It's like,
Now,
what the fuck?
Did I see what the radiant damage did to it? Did it seem to take full effect? Did it seem to do more damage?
Good question. Let me look.
Anyways,
It didn't seem to do any more damage than normal.
Okay, okay. So it's not weak to it by any means. It just takes the damage.
Yeah, but nonetheless, as you shoot out that be a little beam of radiant energy that hits it directly in like the stalk, and it just kind of recoils a bit and like kind of starts puffing up a little. You're just like, all right, time to go, and you just fucking
Good to
book
know.
it.
Gotta go.
hey, Gal, as Dasher moves past her, you feel like a rush of wind.
And as
As
that
he's
occurs,
just
and all of
booking
you
it.
guys, as all of the party gets the hell out of Dodge, that's where we're gonna end the session for today.
Guys, Gal, Dasha, radiant damage doesn't do much more.
Gal
However-
gives you the most. What the
Nox
fuck
touched
did
Gal,
you do?
Gal, this is
Dasher
important.
is nowhere to be seen.
No, when I catch up with you, I want to tell you all of this.
Dude, he's giving you the dad stare.
Yeah, but anyway, Dasha, radiant damage does no more to it. And Gal,
Okay.
the lowest stats, it's not intelligent and it's not very charismatic.
Thank you for
So
the
keep that in
information.
mind.
Thank you for the information. Let's see if it's sensitive to noise.
How about
But anyway.
we fucking not?
Either way, we'll have to figure out what happens next time on Legends of Nodara Striking Cold Iron, and hopefully we'll have some more have some more of the players here to actually fight this fucker.
No. I'm impressed with how much we got done today.
Look
Oh
at us
yeah, this
being
was a fun. This was a
progressive.
fun session.
Dude,
It
we got so much done.
Look at us investigating, doing all kinds of fun things.
We had some weird stuff happen. We had some sad stuff happen. It was great.
Have we ever gotten this much done before?
In a session? No, it's surprisingly what happens when you have half of your members.
Touche. Yeah, like I'm also surprised at how quickly you solved that riddle, because the moment you got to well, the answer was eyelid. The answer was eyelid. And
That's
the moment
what I got to.
The moment we got to that, I was like, was the riddle that easy? Like,
No, it was difficult. I'm just good at riddles. And then you were like, are you sure that's your answer? And I'm like, fuck.
So
no.
I had two possible answers that might be alternate answers.
All you had to ask was, are you sure? And all of the doubt crept in.
However, so I had two alternate answers that may have worked, but one of them depended on the technology level of Nordareth.
Oh.
Camera lens.
Oh, god damn it.
The other was telescope cap.
I mean, we've technically seen... You've seen a scrying orb as of recently.
Yeah, so Scrying Orb.
I did it. I did the thing.
Specifically a Scrying Orb cap.
I met an
Or Scrying
owl.
Orb
He was
sheet.
cool.
As you guys are discussing this, we'll probably end up moving this over to the general chat in the Discord.
I will
if
say,
anyone's interested,
Gal does one last thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna flick you in the shoulder.
Huh?
I'm gonna flick you in the shoulder.
I'm gonna dodge it. No, I'm kidding. Make an attack roll, bitch.
Anyway, as the
I will not do damage.
As the party is currently squabbling
That doesn't
amongst
hit.
themselves again.
What is it?
God damn it. Either way, we're gonna. Yeah, like I said, we're probably going to move this over to the general chat, which any of the viewers are interested. There was a link in the About section of the Twitch channel below. There's also should be a YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws, of which there actually should be a new highlight coming up soon for the first VOD of Planet Zoo, the gaming stream, which was interesting to say the very least.
Cursed as fuck.
That indeed. That and also should be the other VODs for the other episodes should be coming up relatively soon.
That stream is so cursed. Those streams are so
the Planet Zoo streams are fucking whack. It was chill, but
especially when I get in there, it goes from 0 to 100.
Indeed. But nonetheless, let's see who we're gonna raid.
Who do I have on my list?
Chat.
Love you, chat.
Oh, hey, Queen's online. They're playing Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Nice.
Gotta watch.
Let me look at
Lego
my
Star
list.
Wars.
Queen is a longtime friend, and actually used to be a player in one of the games. So we can go give them a shout out and see how they're doing.
Ooh, Tay is also. Tay's doing another charity stream.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like raiding Queen with us, go check out Days with Tay. They're doing a charity stream for St. Jude.
Yeah, Tay's really good. Tay's also a good choice. But yeah, all right, let's go. Yeah, let's go raid Queen. Queen G Turtle. We shall go raid fellow turtle friend.
Oh, the hags would like to know their location.
Hush. Anyway,
we just want to talk. Pump shotgun.
Pump shotgun with plastic intent.
Plastic gunshot? What?
Dude, you can load a lot of shit.
Because it's the turtles.
You can load a lot of weird shit into a
I don't know why I
fucking
thought you said
shotgun
with plastic
shell.
intent.
He did
Yes,
say
that's
plastic
what I
intent.
said.
Because remember, we're the hags. And how do we defeat the
right.
hags with the plastic hag?
I was like, wait, is the shotgun plastic? Like, is this a 3D printed shotgun?
No, this is a plastic hag move. Come on.
Dude, the amount of shit you can
fair
load
enough.
with shotgun shell
Nature?
is wild.
I have a question concerning the area of the forest. How big is it? How many miles is it from the colony to New Arcaster?
To New Arcaster City?
Yeah.
Quite fucking long. Like that's that's at least like a few weeks travel.
I need to know how many miles.
I don't know offhand.
Because what if I'm
Yeah.
If
Nonetheless,
I am,
unfortunately, the raid's gonna be starting soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Okay, bye.
I'm scared.
And